You are listening to the Fresh Take Network.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Got 'em, the podcast from the YYC SOLEdiers crew. The Got 'em podcast is recorded on the traditional territories of the Treaty 7 Nations in Southern Alberta and the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. I'm your host, Adam Dieselpower. As always, I'm joined by the rest of the crew. Everyone is here today. We've got in the top left corner, Mr. Legal Hustle Clothing, Albert Miles Mejia.
What up? What up? Throwback.
You better soak in his presence because he's going to be going on a little bit of a sabbatical for the next few weeks. So rest in peace, Albert.
Albert. We hardly knew you, bro.
Yeah,
we hardly knew you.
If you're not on the show, you're not in our lives. So you're gone and forgotten. All right, on to the next guy. He'll be around for the foreseeable future, so he is a legitimate member of the squad. King Kamba, Harkirit, what's going on?
What's happening? Northeast King over here.
What up? In the bottom corner, we've got the man in his sneaker basement. Is there a basement in your garage?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
It's my basement.
The sneaker basement of Eli Falls or Fallsy 30. What's up?
Yo.
And in the other corner, getting a little bit better day by day. I was at Walmart today and I'm walking through the checkout lane or whatever. And I see this guy and he's got a big WWF t-shirt on. I'm like, who the fuck does this guy think he is? Who is this guy? And I look down and I'm like, oh, he's got red patent Air Jordan 4s. I was wearing the red patent low Jordan 11. So I was like, oh, red patent bros over here. Mm-hmm. And then I'm like, oh shit, it is Jermaine Jamazin, Southwest PE Poppy, Mr. 305, Double J.
Was in the thing, man. Was in the thing. I heard you say something from behind. And I'm like, oh shit. Because he's like, oh, who is this guy? I'm like, okay. Now I'm about to explain my shirt to somebody because he's talking about my shirt. Turn around and say, oh shit. Turn around and see Adam. I'm like, what a lovely surprise, man. I'm putting through my brisk iced teas, clocking them through. I turn around and I see Adam right behind me like an hour and a half before the podcast starts. So, like you said, red patent bros, man. We just couldn't even get away from each other if we tried.
Great minds.
Great minds think alike.
Exactly.
Coincidence?
I think not.
Yeah, I think not. That's the thing. Yes, we do a podcast, but we do see each other in real life sometimes.
Sometimes.
When we're allowed to.
Yeah, when we're allowed to. Cool. So anybody pick anything up this week? I think everybody's got something this week. What's
book.
Oh, Albert's up first.
Marathon Don't Stop.
Nipsey
no
Hussle.
Sneakers for me. No sneakers for me yet, but it's all about that literature. If you guys want a good book to read over the summertime, recommend this book.
Is that an auto?
Yeah, Life and Times of Nips.
He didn't write it though, did he?
He didn't write it, but Rob Keener, who is a part of Vibe magazine way back in the day, put this together with the help of Lauren and a couple of Nipsey's partners and stuff. So they put a bunch of his stories. There's first chapter already. I learned a lot about stuff of like how he grew up and who he was before he was Nipsey Hussle and all this kind of stuff. So nice. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that dude is very learned, man. Very learned.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of gems. So game. The one thing he did, like Nipsey did say, and I remember hearing on an interview, was if it wasn't for like his situation of how he grew up, like he's always been like, if he didn't become a rapper, he said he would have been something with like science, because he was always into space, and that was like one of the things that he was super into. So who knew? Oh shit, maybe he rolled with Dr. Sebi a little bit.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, R.I.P. man, R.I.P.
I just saw our boy Justin McCarthy, 2:30 a.m. made a dope painting of Nipsey. Who was it? Was it for Richard?
Oh,
Was it RA the Collector? That's who I remember.
Might be
I thought
Richard.
posted it. Anyways, dope local shout out connection there.
That's some dope pieces.
Who wants to go next? Who's got a pickup?
I'll go next. We'll get mine out of the way, man.
Let's do it, Jermaine.
These have come from a long way. Started in New Zealand, then made their way to the Netherlands, then to London, then to Memphis, and just today to my motherfucking front door. This, my boys, is the Total Max Up Tempo 2021 Retro.
Damn.
My real Nike basketball heads know that this colorway didn't release in North America. This one,
man, I didn't even know they dropped these this year.
Yeah, man.
Man, that's wild.
Over in Europe, they didn't come out over here, and even the
drop.
white and navy joints that were supposed to come out 2 weeks ago didn't drop either, just mysteriously. But Europe is getting them, man. Europe is getting them all. So had to make the call on this one. Halfway around the world, man, these came in real quick too. So
what was the tag on these?
Tag, I think retail 200 is 220, but I ended up going just under 300 after taxes and shipping and things like that. So small price to pay for me, man. But thanks.
Thing of beauty, though.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, man.
I forget
full air.
Oh yeah, you know it, baby. Total. We're total in here.
Mhm.
Total with the window in the bottom. Walking on clouds. This thing is a big marshmallow, man. I told you, Albert, when I got my first pair of up tempos a couple months ago, I'm kicking down the up tempo door, man. It's only the beginning, bro. I got more coming too.
I'm happy, man. I'm happy.
It's up tempo all 2021, man. Let's make it happen. I'm here.
Sick, yeah.
Dope.
Here. Yes, big pickup for me.
I think I should go next after that one because I have a pair, not as exciting of a pair, but similar story, come from around the world. They've taken almost a month to get to my door. They got shipped from Amsterdam. They went to Germany. They sat in Germany drinking beer, eating currywurst for who knows how many weeks. Then they move. I'm listing the FedEx description here. Then they move. They go to Paris. And they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. They sit in Paris for like 3 weeks. Then they finally hit Memphis. They finally get to my door. And this is what it looks like. It's just absolutely mangled box.
Shout out to FedEx. It's FedEx.
Shout out to FedEx. Did a great job with this one. Like it's like there's like holes I can almost see through. There's like water damage. So I'm going to crack this open right now. Because I wasn't sure. They're probably just going to go right back to Nike.
Change your view to a bigger screen so we can see.
Oh, you want the spotlight? All right, let's do spotlight.
Yeah, we want that spotlight on you.
All right, we got the spotlight on now. So we got this mashed, absolutely destroyed, mangled box. I don't even know if I can pull the tab to open it up. I'm going to try.
Man, I thought we were trying to do better in 2021 on my parcel delivery services. Come on now.
Nope, it's bad.
I got messages all over the website saying how much you're taking care of stuff and all these one-offs. And then, man, every second package I hear somebody get just eaten up.
It's pretty good.
Still good.
It looks good.
What?
That's the side.
Hey.
That could have been much, much worse.
Yeah, they did it.
Yeah.
They did it.
Man, it's so funny because when I got a pair of shoes from Nike like that, the box was immaculate. And when I opened it, there was a hole on the top of the box.
Yeah, no hole. So it was my first pair ordered and the second pair to come. So these are going to a friend or they might just go back to Nike because I have my pair now. So I've already worn
that box.
Yeah, I'm going to send it back to Nike in that box. See what happens.
Which, it's so funny because you were the one that told us about the drop on Nike.ca and I ordered right after you told us.
No.
And I got my pair before you and Harcure.
Yeah, I think Har ordered after me too.
Yeah, pretty sure I did.
Mine just... I
I
should
had a
save
buddy,
this.
though.
Save this for my next StockX sale or something.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just taking
I had
your
a buddy
shit when
who
I
picked
paid
up-
for the shoes.
I had a buddy who picked up a pair from the same drop, and he got them the same day Adam got them. But his box was in much better shape.
Not in a mashed up box.
No.
I'm surprised that they held together.
Yeah, with the water
Oh.
damage and stuff.
Who knows? All right, who's up next?
I got a quick one here. I'll go
Alright.
before.
Do it.
Go ahead,
Do
Eli.
it. Do it. Do it.
I picked up These beauties.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh man.
The Air Structure. This is a pair that like I really didn't know a whole lot about. It's kind of an OG silhouette. 1991. These released originally. This is the original colorway. This kind of like blue and pink. But I was able to get them off Foot Locker for like $95.
Nice.
So their regular 160, they were on sale, and then there was like an additional 20% off. So I pulled the trigger, and so far these have replaced my Air Max 90 infrareds. I got a pair of 2015 infrareds by my front door. These have been my go-to.
Hey,
I've only had them for like a week, but I've thrown them on pretty much every day. Just run into the
Very nice,
mailbox or
Daily.
the dailies. Yeah, I think this will be a heavy wear this summer. These are stupid comfy, and I'm really feeling the colors. I really like the outsole too. You can see it's like kind of the contrasting design, like the sharp edges in the
Yeah.
pink up here, and then like the softer rounded edges on the blue.
That's
But
like first generation pronation control. On
Yeah, I
that
was just
side of
gonna
the
say,
foot.
is that what that's
Yeah.
for?
it doesn't feel super different, but may well be. But yeah, they
I
are
think I remember reading that.
outrageously comfy. So yeah, pretty stoked on that pickup. And
Nice.
that's gonna be my last pickup for a while. I was telling the guys before we started recording that I will be observing no cop June. Gotta let the bank account recover a little bit here. So I'm
Totally
gonna be
fine.
boring.
As
Just because
As
you're
we
not
record
copping
right
stuff
now-
doesn't mean you're not a sneakerhead.
Yeah.
Just to let everybody in the sneaker world know, just you don't have to buy every release that comes out.
every week.
It's not cool to just buy every release that comes out.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Buy what you like.
I just had to get that out there so you guys can help keep me accountable, because I know I've
Reel
done this
you in.
before where I'm like, I'm gonna take the month off, and then like a week in I'm like, nope, gotta do it. So
Yeah, I think
So you
like
guys are gonna-
June 10th is
we might be
like
the wrong guys to tell.
June
them.
10th is like the Ama Maniere drop again. I think the
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Union 4 is supposed to come out in June.
Yeah.
I just heard
Well,
they
my-
might bump the Lightnings up to June. So
Oh shit.
What-
I didn't
what,
actually hear
one
that.
Of, one of my buddy Renee used to say is buy now, regret later. So you still got 4 days. It's only May
Yeah,
20th.
totally.
Is that
That's the
the
thing.
new
As I'm
slogan of the
gonna go.
pod?
As of today,
I know,
it's
regret.
only
Buy now, regret later.
But look fly doing it.
Buy what you
Yeah.
like, regret it later.
it's
But
only
never
May
sell that
27.
shit.
It's only May 27 as we record this. So you got 4
Right.
days.
Yeah.
Got
That's
4
right.
days.
All right, Har, what you got going on this week?
So I've got a pair of shoes. These ones came in actually a lot earlier than I thought they would after that whole Legend Blue debacle. But we've got these citrus
Oh,
11s that came in.
Man,
fire.
And
Fire.
10.5 size for men's. Order them for my brother. Also, Adam might have them, but we'll see.
Also
According to my
Adam.
brother.
Adam will have them.
Yeah. So you can go on my Instagram, find my brother if you want to help Adam and destroy his Instagram feed if you want to. But there they are. The orange
Hard
is
doesn't
actually
know
like
right
a
now,
lot
but-
thicker than I thought it would be, but it's actually pretty nice.
Super
Not gonna lie.
bright.
Yeah, super
Mhm.
bright. Very thick. I thought it'd be like a little more clear, but it's like really, really orange thick.
I'm coming for those.
Yeah.
I'm coming for
Aaron's
that
putting on his
exact
black on black.
pair.
Bang.
He's putting on his black on black Air Force Ones right now. You just don't see it.
Oh yeah.
Carbons. Yeah, clean pair.
I'm gonna go to
Leather
work.
is smooth.
The
Nice pair.
I tried on. Did you try them on yet, Har?
No. Factory
I
lace.
wore my purple ones,
Yeah.
and they fit a little bit tighter than like I have those olive women's
Right.
in a 12, and they fit definitely tighter than those. So, like I'll take those any day, but I can't wear them for like a whole day. I don't think I could. I don't think I could do
Can't
it for
get
like a
that.
full day on my feet.
Yeah, so the box I got them with was mangled too, so I don't know if you can see it. This
Oh
one got-
no.
Oh, you can't sell that on StockX, so I'll just take it.
This one got it pretty bad.
Yeah, I'll take it. No problem.
There's the back.
Ooh, that's brutal. Why would anybody want this?
50 bucks off
I'll just
retail.
take
Yeah,
it.
easy.
Basically, the whole back end of the box when the guy handed it to me was open. Like the package was already open.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, the whole back end. I was like, I can sue you for opening my package. Right? Like, that is a federal offense.
Did they come from
Like-
overseas?
Same place as Adams.
Yeah, Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
All Nike,
yeah,
Canada.
Straight from Nike. So
There's a pissed off FedEx driver, is what you're saying. Some guy was
Yeah,
having a real bad day delivering through Calgary.
yeah, it's
I-
been rough. Like these last two releases have been bad for the Legends and like these
Taking
ones. But
forever.
yeah, the regular ones I've gotten off there have been super easy. The box is amazing, and no issues. But I don't know why
You guys
with
have been
these
getting-
low 11s.
Yeah.
You guys have been getting the Ace Ventura delivery, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Football
I know.
kicks.
Like I even had the
Shaking it.
Sakai's, the Sakai's delivered I think a week after the Legend Blues, and they were perfect. They were fine. So it's just like, what is happening? Where are these going?
Weird.
Then just the 11 lows are getting.
They're just
shit on.
stacking all the 11s on top of
Yeah,
each other.
just the 11 lows.
Right.
Fuck these.
I can't blame the FedEx guy who delivered to my house for what happened to my package, but I think they were for sure embarrassed because they didn't even ring the doorbell. They just left them. And then I was home all day and I went out like later in the afternoon and they were just sitting there. And I was like, oh man, this is
Yeah.
destroyed.
Yeah. I mean, I think they were probably mangled in Germany or something before they even made it here, but who knows?
It
Probably.
looked like they got crushed on like a conveyor belt or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, let's move on to what is coming out this week before we get into our topics. We're not doing the Jordan 12 this week. If you're waiting for that, it'll be next week because this Saturday would have most likely been our Sneaker Swap 6.
Oh,
Or should have been 7 because we didn't have one last year, but it would have been 6. So to pay homage to all those sneaker swaps in the past, we're going to chat all the old sneaker shows and the Calgary collecting community that comes out to the Calgary Sneaker Swap. So
Yes, sir.
that's going to be our big topic for the week. But before we get there, let's do what's coming out for this week. The first shoe we're going to talk about, the Griffey Max 1, the Varsity Royal, is coming out tomorrow on Friday. Coming in that Royal with that kind of green Volt color hits.
so fresh, man. So fresh. Another OG colorway coming back. Griffey is like got a stranglehold on 2021, man. Swingman is coming out
Yeah.
swinging for this year.
Mhm.
And they're bringing some serious heat, man. OG colorways we haven't seen in a bunch of
I
times.
wonder what the gear is gonna be like. I haven't seen any of that.
I haven't
Griffey
either,
gear?
but you know it's going to be heavy, man. It's going to be heavy, no doubt.
Super
And
deep.
Griffey's, man, you can always get those for below book. Always.
Hell yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Outlet
Always.
finds.
Exactly. And this year will be no different, man. So all you Griffey collectors, I know you're going to be collecting money as well because this stuff is super cheap in comparison, man. So shouts to y'all. I got to get a couple pairs myself.
Yeah, we're looking at like what do you think that is? Like 220 Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah, around there.
The
That's,
chain itself is wild to me, man. Griffey's are now over $200.
yeah,
Like,
I was
what
going to
world
say
is
that's
this?
high.
Crazy.
What
So
world is
A
this?
lot
take,
of
I
take your
think-
time. Take your time with these ones.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think when I worked at Champs, these were, I think they were retail 160.
I was gonna
160
say, I
Canadian.
think they're around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to be dirt cheap, man. And I guess like everything else, it kind of gone through the roof. But these will go down real quick,
Oh, yeah.
man. Not a whole lot of people checking for these outside of the state of Washington. So
You just gotta wait till they're on the clearance wall. You guys already know they're gonna be on the clearance wall.
no box top,
Hash
baby,
wall.
no
Yep.
box top.
Ashwell.
Yes,
Ashwell.
sir.
All right, on to the next pair. We've got those Lakers Dunk High embossed coming out. That embossed Lakers font, Nike on the heel, purple and gold with some sort of denim. And the what's that logo again?
Sports Authority. That's what it looks
Sports-
like. Ugh.
Sports specialties.
Yeah, I thought it was a play on the Sports Authority, but regardless, Nike made it look real clean on this pair. Albert, what are you saying, man? What are you saying? I know you weren't feeling these the first time we were talking about it.
I'm still 50. I hate that Nike on the side.
Yeah, I think that's horrible.
Like if they just kept it as like if you go down to that last one, like the inside of the shoe,
That one.
like if they kept that I would have been happy. Simple shoe. You don't need that whole Lakers thing on the heel. Like
You don't need that Lakers thing anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
You know,
whoa!
these are gonna
Clouds are
sit,
out, man. It's
Somebody's a
Yeah.
Suns fan, I think.
These they
These
just
are just gonna
man,
be on shelves.
It just looks like a big Nike. That's all it is. It's a
Yeah.
Nike big
Like
Nike.
that
All
reminds
these
me of
shoes
you
are
as a
good
big Nike
for
high.
is like a good bonfire, and that's about it.
Damn.
Oh, you're a Celtics fan
All right.
too.
All right.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's move on to the next pair, I guess.
Before we get
next-
into a fight,
Before we
Next
get
thing coming
violent.
out this weekend is actually a pack, not an official pack, but like a pack. It's called the Spades, I guess. So we've got a Jordan 1 low Spades coming in a white with some red, kind of like a lacy pattern, paisley. Is that laser?
Does it peel off?
Probably peels off. And then a gold Q on one shoe and a gold K, kings and queens, and spade, Jumpman spade on the tongue. That's a dope
Why
Jumpman
is
logo.
this Jumpman not in? Oh, I guess he is in the middle. Never mind.
Yeah, it looks kind of off because where the ball
Yeah.
is. But
As a graphic designer, I'm getting OCD right now.
that's
looking
what
at
I
that.
right. Like I would sit there and just be like, "Why is this?"
I would have just made it fit. Like
just make it smaller and fit
Make
in
it
the
a little
middle,
bit
yeah.
smaller so it's all
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
These are kind of cool.
these
I
are
don't
cool,
know.
man.
I'm not
I
like,
like this colorway. I mean, if it went on clearance, I'd buy one.
You know what this reminds me of though? I don't know if you guys remember, but when Gilbert Arenas had an Adidas sneaker and they did like a Vegas pack. And it was like white with kind of like that yellow that you see on the table, but it had different like the spades, the jacks, all that kind of shit on shoes, like a poker pack.
I haven't heard anybody reference the Gill Zeros in 10 years.
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
Bro,
That's a cool,
that's
wild callback
crazy.
right there.
Tell me how you're old. Tell me you're old.
I'm starting to feel about these Jordan 1s kind of like I do about mids, man. Like they all got to be the 85 cut now in the lows. I don't know. I'm starting to look at these lows now and just be like, no.
They're too thick. They're too high.
This is an Air Jordan 1 fat, yo.
Yeah.
Seriously.
It's weird.
Yeah. That once that 85 cut like started getting produced a couple years ago, man, in the lows, like it just kind of put these out for me.
It's also weird because in cards you have like 4 suits, but you have 2 colors, and spades are black.
yeah, and they
I
went
don't
red
get
and
what?
gold.
They just went red.
Why you have white, red, and gold?
Is it supposed to represent like the red chips?
And if there's
I
a
mean,
spades,
the
they're going to
designs
be
on there
like
are like the back of the cards, aren't they?
this is the heart. This is like the hearts or the diamonds to me.
Right.
Are we sure that doesn't peel away?
Maybe it
I don't
peels
think
away.
so. They released yesterday or a couple days ago on Nike Canada already.
Yeah. So
I don't think there's any more promo.
let's jump to the next shoe in the pack because this one is actually black, but this is the Air Force One that's in the pack.
Whoa, are those sabotages?
Yeah, they look a lot like
They
Sabotage
do
Johns.
have that vibe, yeah.
Or the Sakura
Yeah,
Air Force is a little bit.
Man, I like
So we've
this
got
pair.
kind of reverse paneling on the pattern. It's on the heel and on the toe. You got black uppers with less of a bright gold, a bit more duller gold. K and Q on the heels. AF1 spade on the tongue, and red accents on the sole and on the interior.
Is it centered? Is it centered? That's
I was
what I
gonna
don't
say.
know.
I think it's off.
it's
not-
centered.
Oh no, this
it's
one's
okay.
good. This one's good.
It's okay.
I would take this pair over the Jordan 1s, to be honest.
This is a better colorway, I think.
Yeah. And it makes more sense for the, I guess,
For the spades.
kind of with that black. But I like this pair
Yeah,
better
I
than the
know.
Jordan
I
1.
feel like they're both missing something.
Yeah.
I feel like they're
Especially
both
after
missing
like those suited Air Jordan 1s a couple years ago that they made in all the card suits just killed
something.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Those killed it, man. So like to come back with this kind of stuff, it's kind of wet noodle a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
I
why?
agree with
Why do
Jermaine,
you
though,
do
on-
this? And why
I
now?
agree with Jermaine on the Jordan 1s. All the lows should be the 85 cut.
Bro, right? Like it's a different
Yeah.
shoe, man. That 85 cut on the lows,
Mhm.
like that's the look.
Yeah.
That is definitely
Because the Jordan 1 right now looks like it just looks like we're back in what 2004, 3 with a fat.
Yeah,
Does look like a
the
fat.
fat joints.
All right, let's move along to another topic that we got shown to us this week: the Air Jordan 36. Before we get to that, we had the first actual showing of the shoe was a WNBA player, Satu Sabali, showing off her Jordan 36s in her trailer, and that was kind of the first sneak peek of them, right?
Yep.
So she goes in, she's stoked to get some 36s, and these are some terrible pictures from the YouTube video, but this is what the first sighting of these shoes was earlier this week. Just like half a second of video where she cracks open the box. But then
closes it right away.
only a few days later, Jason Tatum is rocking them in game 2 of his round 1 matchup. And here we get way better pictures of them. They look like 35s. I mean,
I still think these are
30s and
35.
I like these better than 35s.
they're a little better. The 6
better,
influence is there for sure with that tongue covering.
Is that an
Yeah.
influence?
That
Yeah,
ning
like-
covering is
it's like-
That's like literally right off the
patch
6.
on
yeah,
there,
it's
that's
literally off the 6. What are you talking about?
That's a horrible.
But then it's like they put that on the 35, and then they
Who
called it
cares
the
about this?
36.
Yeah,
Sort
I
of.
don't know.
Tongue is different.
I feel
Tongue is
like
different.
since they have sort of released this, like, oh, the next 30s are going to be, taking hints from the old shoes. It's always been a miss for me. Every single one of them has been a miss.
I thought the 31 was good.
I thought you liked the 34s. I thought we were renowned. That was
Me?
unanimous. Yeah, we're all talking
34s.
mad game about
like
the 34s.
as basketball shoes, yes, but like if we're looking at aesthetics in terms of what they're trying to get from, I don't know, I guess these old pairs and bring them into the new pairs, I think they've missed the mark. Like, to me, it's just a good basketball shoe, but it doesn't really do anything else for me at that point. Like, I have the last ones I bought was the 34s. That's my last one. The ones before that, I just had the 30s. Missed out 1, 2, 3. Honestly, probably going to pass on these ones too.
Yeah, the 35 was the first Jordan I haven't bought since the 19.
Same
Like,
first
wow.
new one. Yeah,
Yeah, for me, they've just been like basketball shoes. So once the 34s die on me, 3-4 years or something, I'll get a new one.
Get the next one.
Yeah.
So the thing about these, the sole looks, I don't know what the tech is. They haven't obviously released any of that yet, but it looks just like a 35
Yeah.
midsole to outsole. A little bit different upper, obviously sort of a knit or like a weave. It's maybe not a knit. I can't tell if it's plastic
Yeah.
or if it's
Yeah, it's tough to
material.
say.
And this fin on the back is interesting. I'm not sure what to make of that.
Well, that's
I
like
guess
the
that's
That's
supposed to be
like
the
the
6.
6
yeah,
pull
like the
tab.
6s pull
But
tab.
you already have this pull tab.
it looks fly-ish, honestly.
I mean, it's it's
Yeah,
not
it looks
that
like you
6
you
pull
step
tab.
on that to like get your foot up.
Get
That's what I was thinking, Jermaine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully not, because there's like another inch of collar above
Yeah,
that.
it's so
Yeah, I was
high.
gonna say,
And it's also so high up.
This is not gonna work.
yeah. I'm liking these a little bit more than 35s. I'm with you, Adam, where I didn't get 35s, and that was the first brand new Air Jordan I didn't get since before the 19. I can't even remember. It was the first one, and like I'm still not really after them. But this colorway, I'm not really checking for, but I could see this being in colorways that I would be more apt to get than the 35. So
Yeah.
I'm still kind of waiting to see what comes out in these.
What's that logo on the
I don't
on the
know.
back?
Is
I'm
that
trying to figure that out.
Tatum? It's like an infinity logo.
Would that
Like
be
a-
like the breast cancer or something?
No,
Theirs is
breast
different.
cancer.
It's like a broken infinity logo.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see like when they come out with the full
more colors.
specs, materials, all that stuff on them.
Yeah. Speaking
but
to
yeah.
35, like Jermaine said, the only one I'm really thinking is like those dynasties I might go after for the right price. Those yellow ones.
Yeah, I tried them, man. I tried 35s in London, and I was like, I wouldn't even wear these for ball. I don't know why. I just did not like them at all.
They weren't good.
I just did not like them at all.
They weren't doing it.
No. Yeah. I don't know. It was
I see
weird. It
some
was a
shots.
big miss.
It looks cool. Toe up looks good. Midfoot looks good. But that collar, man, with just the egregious Jordan 5 shit, just kind of like pasted onto something new.
Yeah.
Can't do
That's
it
what I
like
mean,
that,
man.
man.
They
You
just
have to integrate-
I just
you
feel
have-
like they're missing it every time. Don't know why.
I don't think they're missing every time. The 35s were a new level for me. 31s were cool. 2s were
I
cool.
didn't like the ones.
3s were cool because they didn't really look like Jordan 3s at all. 34s,
That's
I
what I
love.
mean. Like it's the ones that don't look like them at all. Like, if they just came out with these and it was like, oh, this is just a new Jordan, I'd be like, okay, cool, new silhouette. But now they tell you, oh yeah, it's supposed to be coming from the 6 or the 5.
Yeah.
Now I'm looking for it, and now it's just like, well, this is dumb. All you took was the patch. Like this
I love the
is a new
31
silhouette.
until I played in them and my Achilles and shit just got eaten up.
Yeah.
31s are
Because I
bad.
wore-
Bad for
Yeah,
that.
if you don't wear longer socks. But I heard even if you wear longer socks, it still eats away at your skin.
Yeah, mine was bad after that, and really bad grip, terrible grip.
Terrible,
And then I
yeah.
used it casually because like, oh, I'm not gonna ball in these, and it still did that.
Yeah.
They redid the grip compound on the PEs, and they completely changed that on like a bunch of the lows and the PEs, and that was a big deal because the grip
For
was
the-
so bad on the
for the
31s,
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
because the grip was so bad on the release pair that you couldn't have that. So like they completely redid the rubber. So it's like, that's how you know you fucked up when you're redoing rubber compounds halfway through a release cycle.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was
man.
when Russell would wear like the 30.5, right?
30.5.
30.5, yeah.
And they even released one of them.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
released that
Yeah.
one in the
That
OKC cement colorway.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep rolling on. We've got a bunch of Air Forces to look at that we just got some pictures of to come out this week. But I'm going to start with I thought about keeping this for a hot take, but let's get into this as let's say it's an Air Force influence shoe. It's not an Air Force One, but famed rapper,
God
Chicago
damn it.
rapper Chief Keef has his own sneaker coming out. They're called the
Does that say
Glory
boys?
ones.
Boys.
It says Glory Boys. It says Glory Boys.
Okay.
I wish it said Kraken, a cold one with the boys.
It says Glory Boys. It's an Air Force One total ripoff.
Keith, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Just ask Nike.
And then you got a black on black as well.
Oh God.
And both sold out like right away.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Unless you got
on the back.
unless you're a
Oh, they're
size
drinking beer.
4 to 7.5.
Should I get a pair for Sen?
Yeah. On the back
You
it
could be
looks
a
like
glory boy.
it looks like an animated sun sipping from a styrofoam cup.
That
What
is
the
exactly what
fuck?
that is. Holy
That is
man.
exactly what it is.
Bruh.
For the low price of $225, you can have
225
fake Air Force
US
Ones.
dollars. You can have
I'm gonna just go
these.
to the Philippines and get a pair of these. Don't even worry, bro. I got my
Good.
size already.
I mean, you could.
These are fake anyways, so the fuck is a glory
This
boy?
is so fun.
I'm so mad at
Don't know this. So I guess this is a mid-show hot take. Is that what we're going with here?
like,
Nah, I
you
don't
got,
know.
Terrible.
I don't have
you got-
words.
you got all this money and you can't like come up with anything creative. God damn, man.
Bro, you know money's got nothing to do with creativity.
No.
Come on now, we know that.
Pay someone.
Yeah, those
Yo,
are bad.
hire a boy Jack the Ripper and he'll come up with
Hire
something better
somebody.
Yeah.
What is the son doing? Is it barfing or something?
No, he's drinking.
for you. No, it's drinking.
Oh, he's
Drinking lean,
too.
baby.
Yeah, he's drinking lean from that styrofoam cup. Sipping.
Amazing.
Who is this again? Little
Terrible.
Uzi?
Dope.
Chief Keef.
Oh, Chief.
Oh my god. Okay, like, I
We're
can't
done.
listen
We're
to
done with this.
Wasp,
Come on.
Wasp podcast, man. Wasp podcast.
Dope.
We're done. We're
I'm
done
so
with that.
mad. I'm
I
so
need him.
mad with that
I
pair.
need him.
What the fuck?
I need him.
All right, let's go to the next topic. For the next topic, we actually have two pairs. It is a new undefeated pack. They're calling it the Dunk versus Air Force One undefeateds. So first up, we've got the Dunk, and it looks like two colorways coming out in this Dunk. We've got a blue and purple with a vintage yellow sole with the 5 hash marks on the back to mark undefeated, and snake print.
I don't know
on-
why,
on
but
the
this
toe.
makes me. I think about what's his name, Riff Raff, with this pair. That purple.
Oh yeah, the
Brambleberry,
Blue.
Brambleberry blue,
Those his
Yeah.
colors.
and grapple.
grapple.
I don't really get riffraff vibes from this.
That was like what popped in my mind was Riff Raff. Maybe because you said it earlier. I thought about Riff Raff.
They're
Maybe
yeah,
like
they're,
a Skeletor from He-Man.
yeah, maybe a Skeletor.
Yeah,
I can
Skeletor,
see
yeah.
that.
Wait,
I
is
can see
one
that.
one is regular white and the other one's vintage?
I think it's no. I think they're. I think it's
just
just
the pictures.
shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's just the shadow. So there's that, and then there is another color, which has a riffraff name, Lemon Canteen. So we've got like
Oh, that's a nice pair.
yeah,
I
like a
this one way
tan,
better.
a tan brown with a lemon canteen, almost volt swoosh. And the toe is, I can't really tell. It's not snake. It's like a
Like a
pattern.
weave almost. Yeah.
Yeah. Some pattern
Like fish scales.
and some canvas maybe on the mid panels and on
Yeah,
the
maybe
toe.
Canvas.
Those are kind of dope. I like those.
That's it. Travis Scott dunks right there, boys.
Yeah, there you go. Travis dunks.
Undefeated
Travis
collection.
dunks.
Undefeated. God.
Like,
And to bring it back to the Air Force One, because it is the Dunk versus Air Force One, these pictures just leaked today of the Air Force One
That's
coming
weak
out.
sauce.
It's
Why they look mangled?
Yeah,
Yeah, they
it's
look
weak
totally
sauce.
crushed up.
Yo,
It
did
came
they
with
get
a
them from
Nike box.
FedEx?
For those listening at home, it's like an olive green upper with maybe some canvas on the mid panel on the toe, black check, and the undefeated markings on the heel.
I like these. I just wish they kept it as a white midsole. I like when my shoes go yellow when I wear them. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going really heavy on that pre-vintage look this year, hey?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I like them. They're cool.
they're clean. Yeah. They kind of got like undefeated 4 vibes without the orange.
Yeah, there's some orange in the insole.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, is there orange on the inside?
That's it,
Yeah.
just insole.
Just the hash logos.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next because we got another Air Force One to look at. I think in like 2 months, month and a half, we're going to have that new Space Jam movie coming out. So we're starting to get the Space Jam collabs coming.
Yes.
And we've got the Bugs and Lola Bunny Air Force
I
One,
need it.
or the Hair Force One, as people are calling it. So it's just basically a white with a baby blue swoosh Air Force One with patches of Bugs on the heel and Lola on the other heel. And then the tongue has both Lola and Bugs hooping over the swoosh.
This guy must have been hanging out with the Adidas creatives.
The last time I had baby blue Air Force One was grade 9. So
Baby blue was my first, a mid-top Air Force One with a baby blue stitch swoosh.
Oh man, with the strap
Nice.
flinging around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everyone's first
strap
mids with some
flinging
everyone's Air
around.
Force with some mids.
bro, I still wear my if I had actually I don't have any more mids, but if I did, I'd still wear them like that.
with the strap out. Strap, you
strap
tuck for the strap around your cuff. You don't tuck your cuff into the tongue, you tuck
No.
the strap. Oh,
yeah. That was like, you remember when people used to tie their shoelaces behind the tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never did I do that, but I do remember that. So yeah,
Did that
so
with
what's the
my
vibe for
shuffles.
these? Albert said need 'em. Har said hanging out with the Adidas collab,
Yeah.
dude.
Weak.
What's everyone else thinking?
Clean.
Dude, that
Those are
patch
clean.
look is weak.
All right, you guys help me get a pair, size 10.
They look like they've been stapled on there.
Can you imagine you see me wearing
It's a
them and you're like
staple collab.
dangling,
It's a staple
dangling off the
collab.
shoe?
Nice. All right, we got one more Air Force One to get to before we get into our main topic for the week. This one I think is coming out in July. We've got the off-white. Finally, we got official pictures of this off-white Air Force One in University Gold. They were calling it Canary before. I guess they've kind of switched off that, but it's basically all yellow, full yellow upper, yellow midsole, yellow outsole, yellow tongue, with a white swoosh and red stitching surrounding the swoosh. Everything else is all yellow.
Probably the first Virgil
Like it.
collab. I will say I'm gonna try and cop.
Yeah, these are clean. These are clean. Ultra clean.
I
Really
still
like
don't
the
Virgil,
colorway,
but I'll buy these.
super bright. Yeah, like
but yeah, well, I'm not an Air Force One guy to start, and I don't like off white, so I mean the
Thank
colorway's awesome.
So these
but
aren't for
you can put that colorway on like a blazer. That'd be sick, like all yellow with a white swoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if this was on an Air Force High?
Doesn't
I
do
mean,
it for me.
That's goat
Don't
level.
do-
That's goated right there, man. If there was a
Air
high,
Force One.
yeah, I'm with the lows.
You like the lows better?
I'm the lows.
I'm good with either or, high or low. I just wish they weren't Virgils.
Just not a mid. Nobody wants a mid.
I mean, I'll take a mid just to flap them out too.
Take a mid so you can hang your tag through the little mid strap loophole.
God damn.
No.
Jeez.
yeah, these are fresh. They're gonna be unattainable as hell, but
Mhm.
I can admire from afar. Those things are dope.
I wonder if they just changed the name from Canary because there was a whole bunch of people that had pairs of them already. like fake pair, their early release or whatever they called them.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Were you saying the color was canary?
They were calling them
University
canary,
Gray?
and they thought that was the colorway. Yeah, it was like assumed that was going to be the colorway.
Mhm.
It was going to be
Is it
canary.
Virgil?
Yeah, who knows?
What do you guys think of those compared to the, what was it, MCA? There was like the all baby blue with the silver swoosh. Which do you
I
guys
think that was a
prefer?
Complex Con one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Like that
yellow over baby blue, I think
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
for
I
me
like the
was-
yellow one over. Yellow over for sure.
I wouldn't even attempt at that baby blue.
I didn't even. There's nothing from the collection of Virgil that I actually like besides these Air Force Ones.
Yeah,
What
these
about those
50
hyper-
dunks actually happening?
What about those hyper dunks?
The first, from the 10.
Yeah, those are
No,
kind of cool.
I didn't like them.
Yeah, that 50, Jermaine, that 50 dunk is happening.
Yeah.
Apparently this
Yeah.
summer. Summer of dunk is coming.
It is.
Can't wait for all
They
the
gotta
people
milk
who
it.
won't
That's
be able
gonna
to
be
get
the
a
I'm
single
hoping it
pair.
just kills it. Just kill
That's
the dunk.
last milk.
Dunk is over.
I
That's
think
me
it
right
might
there.
be.
All right. Let's move on to
I'm
our
so mad at that. Come on, you know.
what?
I can't even wear dunks in peace anymore. Like,
No,
that
it's
was the
over.
thing I had
No,
left.
it's
That was the
finished.
thing I had left.
It's finished.
Okay, that's it. Switch
Just
to
be like
phones.
Eli. Get the Blazers.
Yeah.
No,
They
I've
come for
already
us all,
been.
man.
I've been rocking Blazers
They are
and
coming
Court
for us all.
Forces. Those have
Yeah.
been in my collection for years that I've been bringing out. And Terminators. Terminators
Bro.
are still in for me.
They're coming.
They've been
They're
coming
next.
for us, man.
They're
Even
coming.
us as Air
Handles.
Jordan heads, there was a time when we were on the fringe.
Yep.
Yeah, man. And now look, like it's
Yeah.
done. They come for us all, man. They
Yeah.
come for us all. That's why I stick with my fucking Nike basketball bastion. Because like as far as I'm concerned, man, they're never coming for Alpha Project.
Yo, you can't say that. They've been putting the 5 dots on.
Yeah. What about
everything.
that? What about that hot take last week? 5 dot is getting
hope
Hey,
sully.
someone from Nike's sitting here listening, going, "We got it."
That's
We
right.
got
Our
it,
name's
man.
up
We
next.
got it.
This is the
Man,
reason
you
why
Piss
my
off
ready.
next. We're
Ready.
coming for
the
you.
reason why in my collection I have like Court Forces and Dunks and Air Force Ones and all that stuff and old basketball because it's like, okay, when this is cool, I gotta go on to the next one.
You got to
I
stay
can't
outside
anything anymore.
outside the lanes.
Start collecting phone pass sites. They're going up
They're
next.
coming for it.
Yeah, they're going up next.
All right, so let's move to our topic of the week. We are going to chat about the Calgary Sneaker Swap. Established in 2015 was the very first event. There have been 5 sneaker swaps. Was supposed to be the 6th one last year. Didn't happen. Maybe it was going to be this year. Didn't happen. It's supposed to be this weekend. But look out for, we're like crossing our fingers that things get better by the end of 2021. Maybe we'll be able to do a show. But there have been 8 different sneaker swap events over those 5 years. And we're going to go back and chat about just a bunch of stories that we have from these shows. Before we do, one of the swaps, we made a video sort of explaining what the YYC SOLEdiers community and sneaker swap was and it's kind of meant to us and what it was like meant to sort of create as we made it. So why don't I'm gonna spin that video up and let's play that. See if I can get this share sound button to work. And we can watch old me and Albert talk about sneakers.
The before Dad Albert.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Howling in the streets album.
My name is Adam Crestes.
Adam Diesel
Powers and organizers of the Calgary Sneaker Swap. The Sneaker Swap is a one-day event where people that are passionate about sneakers or streetwear or anything in that realm can come and just hang out, enjoy the day, buy, sell, trade sneakers, and meet people that are also interested in the same scene that they're into.
YYC SOLEdiers is a sneaker community here in Calgary. We're one of the first and the biggest to
Flex.
not only start off as an online Facebook group, but to actually hold events annually here in Calgary.
We do it every year as an older sneakerhead, I guess, somebody who's been in the game for a bit. We accumulate a lot of shoes, and with those shoes, they take up a lot of space. And with that space, you run out of space. So my idea with the trade show was to unload, kind of give the chance to the younger sneakerheads to obtain shoes that were released in the past, whether I've worn them or not. There's lots of good deals throughout the entire day. They get better as the day goes on, but it's a typical trade show just with sneakers in mind. There'll be good vibes, everything for everybody, from amateurs to experts. Everyone's welcome to come down and kind of hang out, check it out.
So that was Calgary Sneaker Swap 4. As we were getting ready for that, kind of just giving some background into what the YYC SOLEdiers were about, creating this event for the sneaker community to get together. Shout out to Andrew Joaquin, Air Drew on Instagram and all the other socials. He was one of our co-founders who has moved on to bigger and better things, I guess, than the sneaker swap, but we're still here holding it down. He still is involved in the community, still coming to all the shows. So where do we want to start? Want to start at sneaker swap 1?
Gotta start.
I think that's the move.
And on DS.
Okay, why don't I'm gonna spotlight again, because I've got the poster for the first show right here. This is before we called it the Calgary Sneaker Swap. It was called UNDS, the Sneaker Expo. That didn't really resonate super well.
A lot of the questions we always got was, what is
what is undis? What is undis? And that was difficult to kind of explain, but it was essentially undsing your shoes, dead stock being DS. So it was intended for people to come out and wear their heat in public with a bunch of other sneakerheads.
So many good memories from that first show. That first show was pretty dope, man. I remember we had that legit check table set up. We had Adam and I on either side, and just
Kevin.
like all day long. Yeah, Kev was on. That's right. He had the phone pause in front of us.
Yeah,
that's right. He called some pairs out that day too. I remember.
I think that was that the Future. I think somebody came out with a pair of fake Futures that year.
Yep.
Yeah.
I remember those.
And it was like,
Futures?
What? You have fake Futures
Yeah.
in Calgary?
Why?
Wow. There's a bunch of fake pairs that day. Wasn't there? There's a set of Air Forces too. PlayStations?
Oh, I think you're right.
I'm misremembering.
We had there was an off-white, I think, in
maybe
a
it was
following year. But not too many fake pairs. I was like pleasantly surprised that most kids were coming, and it was cool because I was kids, right? Yeah. It was like kids that don't know what they're getting, and that's why we set this event up so people don't get hooped by swindled by getting fake pairs, because we have people like us who have a combined like almost 100-year knowledge of sneakers between the 5 of us, and the other guys that were there on the team, that kids could, before they spend their money on a pair, could come to us and be like, what do you think? And I'm not going to say 100% they're real or fake. I'm not going to say like I know everything about sneakers, but I can tell you whether I would buy it or not. And that's kind of been my vibe with Legit Checks. So we did a whole bunch that day and have done in the past.
And the good thing about the event too was, like, if we didn't totally know, like when it came to some Adidas stuff or Bape or other brands, there were other people in the community that we could say, like, you got to check out this person because he's the expert on these Adidas Yeezys, and he could tell you if they're real or fake, or on the Supreme box logo. So it was cool, like over the years to see that happen. But I remember this show, we had 450 people that first year.
I think so, yeah.
Like, and we only had, how many vendors did we have? We had about maybe like 20. Like it was a big venue with like not a lot of people, so there's a lot of, but it was still like, it was very intimate, like very personal. Everyone was very personal at the show. Jack the Ripper was from the very first sneaker swap.
He was there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think I was part of the team for that first one. I think I came on a little bit later, but I was there with Jerry that time. So I had walked in with him. We were setting up with his table, basically just fielding any questions and things.
Yeah, you guys were beside my baby sneaker.
I think so. Yeah, I think we were right beside you. Yeah.
And Eli was there, I think.
You
had a table there.
Yeah, I was a guest. I didn't have a table. But,
just a baby at that point. He could fit into all those baby sneakers that Albert was.
I tried. He wasn't selling. No, I have very, very fond memories of that one. And that was my first introduction in person to you guys, because I'd been a part of the Facebook group since shortly after it was created back in 2012. But for most of you
Yeah.
guys, I hadn't met you in person until that first swap. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
man,
for
did you have
Man,
a
I
table?
remember it was
I
like the
did,
first
man.
time
I did.
Yeah.
And I
I
remember, you
remember-
coming
Wayne had one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we went through, like, you probably had 15, 20 pairs on the table, and I had never seen any of them. And then you took the time and walked me through and told me the story on each and every single one of those pairs. And I was just like, this is the best day ever. I came with some buddies, and they were there and had gone like 3 laps and came back like, yeah, we're ready to roll. I'm like, haven't made it past your table yet. Like, that to me, that was like such a cool experience. And when I was like, yeah, these are guys I can get down with. Like, this is who I need to know in this community. And
Yeah.
yeah,
No doubt,
that was a
man.
high bar to set for the shows, because that vibe is really what hooked me. And like I said, I liked shoes before that, but I had some friends up here in Red Deer who were kind of casually into it. But other than like the few people you see on Facebook and stuff, I didn't ever meet anybody that was into it like that. So that for me was like, yeah, this is awesome. This is fucking dope. I need to be a part of this community. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I had a
it was
great
good. It was
time
good
at that
trying to
first
get
show.
like names to faces. I thought that was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
You know, like obviously I'd met Adam before then because I got some shoes off him. Seen Albert a bunch of times because Albert's Northeast. So we see each other all the time. But yeah, there's a bunch of guys on there where we just like, you know, mad discussions or just on Facebook Messenger or on Instagram when that started kicking off. And you're just like, finally seeing all those guys, seeing Maui. I remember Maui. Shout out to Maui. It's the first time I met him
Oh
there.
yeah.
You know, Eli, of course, met him there. Any of the SAS guys that came down in the, you know, in that year or the subsequent years. Like that's the best part of it, just to finally put a face to the name. And then, you know, it just becomes a lot better that way.
And it was cool because that was the whole purpose of the event, was to get everyone off the keyboard, everyone off the screen, and like
Yeah.
have a physical like conversation with someone.
Yeah.
And like, for example, with Jermaine sharing stories of 20 pairs of PEs, like you're never gonna get that online. I mean, you could, but it's like when you're meeting someone face to face, like that just changes everything.
Yeah,
For sure,
exactly. And
for
like,
sure.
you know, it's different when it's a guy from your own city. You know what I mean? Like you can go on Kicks on Fire or Nice Kicks and you'll see all these articles with the guys with a shit ton of kicks, and it's like, okay, cool. But when you see like somebody from your own city that you didn't realize, holy crap, there's actually somebody here that's just like me.
Yeah.
That's totally different, dude.
Yo, and even like with Jermaine, it was Nice Kicks that you were on, right?
Yeah.
Jermaine was on.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
to just read like Calgary, Alberta, like that takes a lot of pride because you're from Calgary. No one from Calgary collects sneakers. Like
No.
I would like to say we kind of steer that direction of culture here for the sneaker community.
100%.
And now it's like when you see someone like Andrew Fung show up on Complex Sneakers, and shout outs to YYC SOLEdiers, it's like, yo, like we're a big city, but no one knows that we're sneaker
That's it.
collectors and stuff.
Yeah.
So
No, it's true,
huge
man. You
pride,
definitely
huge
put
pride.
yeah, you put Calgary on the map, like as far as the continent's concerned, man, because I'll talk to people when I'm in, you know, in the United States, and I'll talk about Calgary and I'll bring up YYC SOLEdiers because that's something they can bring up right away in that moment and take, oh, okay, this is the thing. This is what's going on in Calgary. This is the community you guys have. And then when I talk about what we're actually about, how it's not just a bunch of guys together who are just getting shoes together, try to peddle shoes, which is what a lot of people trying to kind of think this is from the outside. I'm like, this is 5 guys with real passion, years logged into this thing, man. This is not just like looking for money or some way or looking for clout in some other way. Like this is love, this is passion. And that shit comes out like so wholeheartedly at the shows that like you couldn't really get that across without going to a show. So to get those going, start with the first one, man, crazy.
I think the biggest reason that we kind of wanted to start this thing was all of us, like the 4 of us that started the show, all worked at Foot Locker, maybe not Andrew, but like we all worked at a sneaker store, and Saturday mornings were like, I mean, a lot of times sneakerheads would come in, you get to chat about sneakers. That was always fun. But Saturday mornings were like the meetup where it's like everyone be coming to the mall. You talk about sneakers all day with every customer that comes in, and they're all sneakerheads. And that was always so much fun. And then like 10 years after we all kind of started at those places, everything had moved online. Like a lot of stuff had moved online. We had all kind of moved on from working at the stores, and you don't have that connection anymore. And so we wanted this space that would bring the sneakerheads out from behind those screens. And I think it was Har that said this, like putting faces to names of people you've kind of like either made fun of online or made a deal with and like chatted with, or like had some shared camaraderie, getting to meet those people in person and have that one day a year, or hopefully more than one day a year, where we can get together and meet and just chat about sneakers. I was just trying, I can't get the pictures working, but I was going to bring up some pictures from the show. Cause I was looking for what we always do a big giveaway at the show. Do you remember what the first shoe was? What was it?
Was it the shots?
It was the Pirates.
No, it wasn't.
Easy Pirates?
That was 2.
Or, was that 2?
That was 2.
Oh, was it a pair of Jordan 3s?
Was it the black cement?
It might have been.
88s?
It might have been the black cement
I think
3s.
it was blacks.
I don't remember what we gave away. That's why I'm asking. It's not like a trivia question. But I do remember that Source and Less 17 came, as they always do, except for a couple of the more recent years. And they surprised us with a giveaway for the Lance Mountain Jordan 1s, which at the time was pretty cool. But now that's a big shoe to give away. And it was like, maybe you had like a 1 in 300 chance
Yeah, it was
of just
no purchase
walking out with a
necessary.
Lance Mountain Jordan 1. Just pretty dope.
Guys, I actually don't remember what was the first giveaway at the
I think it was black cement 3s.
It could have been black cement 3s.
That's the only other one I can remember.
2015 though. What was the shoe that came out in 2015? Because I was still working at Foot Locker, or I was still working at Champs, and I was working at Lex in 2015.
Maybe we didn't have a big giveaway that year.
Unless, did we give out the 88s? Because this was the first poster for.
That's what I'm thinking. It's got to be 3s. I think it's.
No, we didn't have. I don't think we ever gave out an 88.
It has to be the blacks.
Who won?
All right, if you're listening,
you won.
Yeah.
If you're
This is our
listening
very
and
first
you
show.
won,
yeah, or you won. Let us know what we gave out, because now it's bugging me that I don't know what we
Sixes?
gave
Was
out.
it infrared 6s maybe?
no.
No.
Oh, I'm looking. We gave away some futures, but that wasn't it.
No.
I think a lot of like those futures were from Andrew's own personal collection that he just gave.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
think
was
so.
just skimming the video. I see futures. I
Or
don't know.
unless it was the it was the Sources giveaway that was like the big giveaway.
No, because we didn't even know that until the day.
Tell day of, yeah.
We didn't even know that was going to be a giveaway. So we had a couple giveaways.
Yeah. Can't remember.
Maybe there were
Yeah,
just a
that's
few
a little-
smaller pairs that year.
I can't remember either, but if you were there at the show and you won,
Just
let us know. Let us know what you won.
Yeah, let us know what it was. Now, I guess let's move on to Sneaker Swap 2. But before we do, anybody remember any big pickups from that show?
On the first one?
Anything? Yeah, show number 1.
No, not a thing.
I don't remember
Nothing.
any.
I didn't pick
pickups.
anything up that first
I
year.
didn't pick anything up.
I'm 90% sure it was show 1 and not show 2, but Source came with like all their SBs, and they had a full size one of those P-Rod 9s.
Oh yeah,
The J-Rod.
Yeah, that was the second
I think
show.
that was
Second show? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll bring this story back for show number 2.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to show number 2, which was 2016. And here's our poster for the Sneaker Swap. This is the first time we're calling it Calgary Sneaker Swap, but it's Calgary Sneaker Swap 2. There you go, Jermaine.
Yes, sir. Up tempo
There you
train
go,
turning
Jermaine.
into the
Up-tempo.
station.
On
But
it.
I will say something though that I do remember from YYC Sneaker Expo. I remember this. Adam, you went out and did the whole.
Oh,
if
yeah.
everyone's
Oh,
listening.
yeah.
Spray paint.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So it was last week you talked about it, right? When you talked about the spray painting.
Yeah.
So you guys are watching the show. Adam did this around like the building and stuff around the cultural center. And then for Sneaker Swap 2,
You show that up?
Sneaker Swap 2, it was still there.
It lasted a long time.
No,
It wasn't paint. Like I hunted so far and wide to find chalk, like sidewalk chalk spray paint. I know they make it and only one store carried it in Calgary. And we made these stencils that had the hashtag and 2 footprints so you could stand on it, take your little like sneaker selfie. And we like went out and stenciled all over like outside the place. So it was kind of like, this is how you get to the place, like kind of like a little treasure map. And yeah, that stayed. Like I went like early next summer and it was like still there. And even by next show, it was like, it was still, you could still see it in certain
Yeah,
places.
At the next show, like I just saw the hashtag. Some people were actually still using it on the next show.
Yeah.
Dope.
So that was dope. But yeah, in one of the later shows, I was wearing my Gunsmoke Jordan 11s and I went out and I spray painted all the stuff, tried to be all safe. And then I get back in, my shoes look pristine still. And it was the first time I wore them, but underneath the laces, if you move the laces, it was just purple and green. Like under, it got like all the vapors got like under the laces. And it was just a mess. And I scrubbed and got it mostly clean. But yeah, that's a bad memory from Sneaker Swap, I guess.
For the expo.
And it lasted a whole year for you till the next show.
Yeah. So Sneaker Swap 2 in 2016. That was the year, Albert, where we had the Pirate Black Yeezy 350, one of the early 350s that we had. We gave away a pair of those, which was pretty wild.
I still remember the guy that won. He was a size, wasn't it Andrew Fung's friend?
It was a dude who won. It was like a size 14.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And I think it was a 10.
That was the first year.
I think it was a 10
that was the first year. I think Nate Probe came.
I think Nate was at the first one.
Was he at the first one? I
Maybe
remember
not.
him at the.
Maybe not.
We
I
have
remember
pics?
him at the.
We have pics of the show.
Yeah, I don't have pics of 2. I don't have any pics of 2. I only have a video.
I've got some pictures from 2 because that was the first year I had a table there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know.
That was
I'm
fun.
pretty sure that was the first time Nate came. And like, if anyone follows Nate, he posted actually the photo of his table a couple months ago where it was like the humble beginning. Like he started at our show.
Yeah.
And it was like
With
this
like
little
10
dinky
pairs.
table. Yeah, it was like a 10 by 10. What is a 8x6 table that he had, and yeah, like
Really
10,
special.
20 pairs.
But he had those OGs. He had some like heater OG stuff.
Oh yeah.
I remember though, Nate came to Lex, and I'm pretty sure he bought those like the first retros and all that kind of stuff. Like he bought a lot of the OG stuff. But yeah, I remember Nate coming and he was like, 10, 20 pairs deep, and to see where he is now with his own store, like that's crazy, you know.
Shout out to
So
Nate's
it's-
Locker.
Yeah, shout out to Nate's Locker. It's another person that started at the YYC
Yeah.
SOLEdiers.
Here's the passing
Oh, yeah.
torch. Lex
Oh
Oh,
shit!
yeah.
meeting Nate probably for the first time. So
Yo,
Lex,
look how young Nate looks.
I know he looks like just a little kid. So Lex, for those that don't know, he owned a store called Lexington Ave for a good number 5-6 years.
Yeah, probably.
Up
Not.
until
he had-
last January.
He had 4 different locations at one point in time.
Yeah.
It was easily the biggest sneaker consignment store in the city. It has since ceased to exist. But Nate on the right now has a sneaker store in Regina, is it? Or
Yeah.
Saskatchewan? That's
Yeah,
in
it's Regina.
Regina. So this is kind of like a passing of the torch from like sort of the old generation to the new generation.
I thought Lex guys were still online, or is that done?
They might still be online. I haven't really been following, but yeah, no brick and mortar stores
No brick and mortar
anymore. Yeah. And so, yeah, the Pirate Black 350 was that big giveaway that year. Yeah, I guess so. My story, the Source guys were there with their tent. They had a bunch of J-Rod, P-Rod 9s. And what was it? It was like 180, something like that. That was like retail. They tried selling them all day. Nobody bought. Nobody bid on those. And so I just waited till the end of the day. Classic. Wait till the tear down.
Yep.
And I'm like, you guys don't want to take these home. Like, you don't want to take another pair home. And they gave me a pair, I think it was like $80. I paid like
What?
$80 for a brand new J-Rod. And I crushed them. Those are my like the ones that sit at the front of my door. I just wear them like every day, take the
I think
garbage out to do whatever.
Yeah, I think
That's dope.
Jordan got a pair of those too. That was
Yeah, lots of people
I
got
think so,
a
yeah.
few.
I think I remember you telling us during teardown, like, "Yo, guys, they're selling them for cheap right now because they don't want to take them
Yeah.
back."
Yeah, they didn't want to take them back. So
2 was dope because there was so many people who came back to my table from the first year who I remember who are like, oh man, I came specifically for this PE table. Again, I told
Mhm.
so-and-so about it. I brought this person. I just had to show them. I couldn't believe they're in person. And like honestly, the fact that they remembered me from the year before, that's crazy. And the fact like they told somebody to come out, man, I'm like, that's love right there. That's love.
Yeah, man.
You're not here because you just like shoes or stuff like that. You love this stuff. So like guys like that, man, I would talk all kind of game with. I remember I had the Air Jordan Encyclopedia, which I'm in, by the way, posted up there. So they would like show their friends and all that shit. And they would open it up and say, oh, look at this and this and this and this. And I had Sole Provider there. Of course, we all know about Sole Provider, the staple.
Yeah.
The staple, the Bible in this industry is Sole Provider. So to have people just kind of flip through that and show their parents or their friends or their girlfriends or boyfriends or whatever, shoes from like the past, from like shoes that were blatantly that were made before they were born, man, it like did something to me. It did.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
man, that part that you said were like kids showing their parents stuff, like that's the best. That's the best when like kids were like, Mom, these are the shoes that I've been like bugging you about. Like, look at these. And they're like trying to describe. And like, I remember hearing a kid talk. I was like, man, do you sound exactly like how I was when I was at Foot Locker trying to explain to my parents, like, why I need this shoe, what's so great about it, you know?
Exactly.
But when you said that like resonated, because now I look at Carter and I'm like, I wonder if you're going to be like that.
I remember, like, again, there was a lot of families that came into that second one versus the first one. Obviously, the first one we had like I think Adam said, what, 450 or something, and then the second one we had a lot more, obviously. But
yeah, I think it was like 700 maybe.
Yeah, there was a lot more of like families, kids coming in.
Yeah.
And, you know, just like, again, just showing off and everything, seeing what everything was. And then like, you could see it on the parents' faces, like, holy fuck, what the hell? There's actually more people like this. It's not just my kid.
Yeah, it's not just my stupid kid wanting expensive shoes.
Wild. Yeah, exactly. You literally, you could see them. I remember every time somebody would punch their ticket in and like the parents would step in and just be like, what the hell? And you're just like, yep, you know it now. You know it
also, when kids knew so much about the sneakers, and then their parent would be like, but you don't even know your homework this week.
They don't care. They don't care.
Oh, yeah.
You can all relate to that, boy.
I think the one thing, like you all kind of touched on it, but one thing I remember specifically is seeing like those kids, like 13 years old, coming with their dad to the first show. And I remember one like father-son duo specifically that I talked to for like half an hour probably. Next year they come back. Year 3, the dad is in some up tempos. And like by the end, they're coming not as really like father-son, they're coming as both sneakerheads. Yeah. And like the kid is now like 18 years old, and the dad is just coming because he likes sneakers too. And they're just like coming and getting to see these like people kind of grow, not just like physically grow up, but like grow in the sneaker world is super cool.
Yeah,
so
it's
I've always loved that.
lifelong memories for these kids. Like it's great for us because we were all there as vendors and doing this, that, and the third. But there are kids like, could you imagine if we had something like this when we were their age? Like they will never forget these shows. They'll never forget these, and like they'll go on to do things, hopefully in the sneaker industry, and they'll point right back to that, man. They'll point back to moments that we would have been forgotten by that point, and that's like it's kind of cool to be part of that foundation for so many kids across the city.
And that's the thing too, we're just the foundation, right? Like in whatever happens in the culture, whether it be resell or whether it be preserving more of the culture and stuff, like the foundation was there. And like for kids to experience it, that's the thing. It was like the show has always been about the kids, right? Because if it wasn't for them, like we're only just getting older, and no one's gonna care about us when we're old. It's gonna be the future generation that takes over and, you know, puts a lot of this stuff together. So it's cool. It's like what Adam said, to see some of these kids like grow in the sneaker community. Like I remember Santiago. You guys remember Santiago? I remember Santiago from when we first started the group. I remember he first joined it, and to see where he is now, and now he's had 2 shops, or is it 1 shop?
He was at Lex for a while. Now he's got him and this guy Mark, another like OG young kid from the Soulmates days. They own a shop, like an art gallery shop called Plain Folks. They just opened up. So it's like, super cool to see those young kids like grow. Those young kids in the sneaker group kind of become us when we started the group, kind of like become how we were. So super.
Bro, we got one sitting right here, man. I see you, Eli. I remember you, man. I remember young Eli, man. I do. And having those super in-depth conversations with somebody who was like considerably younger than me, man. So like it was cool for him to kind of show that interest and like just to see that he's into this kind of stuff, you know, let me know that this dude is somebody who can preserve this culture in some kind of meaningful way. And with his business right now, you see he's got going, it's easy to see. It's easy to see. So shouts to you, for sure.
I appreciate that, man. And really, like, from my side looking in, like, it would have been easy enough for you to say, oh yeah, these are this, and that would have been the end of it, right? But you really took the time out. Like I said, I probably stood at your table for a good hour that first time, 45 minutes, and went through every single pair. You told me the stories. Like, we went through every detail on the shoe, and that stuck with me. And like I said, that's really, I'm sure, is a big part of the reason that I'm sitting here today, because that really was like, wow, this is amazing. And there's more to this, and this is more than leather, rubber. Like, I liked shoes before that, but so
no doubt, man.
Definitely goes both ways, man.
For sure. I made an effort to do that, man, because I would walk around to some people's tables, man. I'll get some cold stares. I'll get occasional dudes saying, what do you want? What size? Another dude saying the prices of everything, but nobody was telling me anything about the shoes that were on the table. And I'm just like, I made a concerted effort being like, I'm not going to be that. That you're not going to come over here and get some looks from me and me say, oh, this size, I'll sell you this for this. No. We're going to chop it up about these shoes, whether you want to or not. So walk by me if you dare.
It's going down.
That's right.
Let's move on to before we go to 3, I guess. Anybody got anything they remember about 2? Any pickups?
I picked up a pair of game worn 1982 Nike Determinators.
You got what?
They were a size 15.
Yes, you did. Lawrence Watkins.
Lawrence Watkins. So he sold me for dirt cheap right at the end of the day. I think I paid like $75 for him. And I had him just as like a cool display piece in my picture. It was always like, these are super cool. But I ended up selling them to a guy from, he's from Red Deer, but he lives in Calgary now, Dallas, Sunius. A volleyball player, but he wears a size 15.
Dope dude, yeah.
So I got him to him, and he's worn them a few times since.
Nice.
Oh shit, he wore them.
Awesome, dude.
Oh yeah, they were still 100% wearable when I got them, and I was like, man,
yo, that's what I love about Nike Terminators, man.
Sweet.
They're bulletproof, man. Like they were.
They are named correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, everything will be gone, but the Terminators will still be here for sure.
Yep.
All right, we on to Sneaker Swap 3. Let me bring up that poster here. Same one, Albert. I got Albert on the spotlight. Let's replace that. So we got Sneaker Swap 3 coming up. I'm trying to think. I think the giveaway this year was another Yeezy.
Was it the Sean's this year?
No, I think it was. That was 4.
No.
Is that 3?
4? Can't be 4.
Okay, let me skim through this video while we chat about it. So Sneaker Swap 3.
I think it's 3.
This was, I think, the biggest Sneaker Swap to date for then, and it might have been the biggest one of all time. It was hugely. It was like tons of people were there. Andrew Fung, one of our co-founders, had moved off being super involved because he became a big time actor. Couldn't hang out with us. So we got
a blue check.
We got a new MC for that show, and it was Benny Johnson. Shout out to Benny from 10 at 10.
10 at 10.
He did a wicked job.
10 to 10.
Maybe not the biggest sneakerhead in the world, but he's definitely involved, and he just like loved the vibe of the show, and I think he had a lot of fun just kind of running the MC game at the show, doing the giveaways, chatting up the show.
And I think this was my first one for sure. And I think it was the first one for Kevin and Steve as well, if I'm not wrong. It was all 3 of us. I think we came on around this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that could be right.
Yeah, I think it was all 3 of us, the new ones, because AP had left at the time. I think Drew was still there. Yeah. This one was massive. I remember I still have videos of it on my phone.
Man, I remember the air conditioning broke at this event.
You had to open the doors up, man.
This one was hot. Yeah, this one was hot.
It was nice and warm outside. But yeah, this one was good. This one was heavy.
I just remember now. Yeah, that was like the event that I was like dying, man.
Yeah, you were right next to the door too, and it was still hot.
It was still hot.
You were right next to the door.
I'm trying to look and see what we gave away. I don't know what we gave away.
It's
I
gotta
can't
be
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it
gotta
might
be the
have.
Sean's.
Hold on, we'll find it.
Oh, it could have been a 350, but whatever the 350 is in that Gary's holding. The version
No, we
2.
had I know one year we gave away the olive or the tan 350 V2. That might have been the next year. Might have been the next year. I remember some
I would
really
say
dope.
yeah. Like 80% sure it's the Sean's because it was the first one that I was a part of. I feel like
What shocks are giving away? There's some shocks are giving away?
No, the Sean Witherspoons.
Sean Witherspoon.
Oh, he's saying Sean's. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Sean's, yeah.
No, it was Yeezys this year.
Was
I'm
it
looking
Yeezys?
at it.
Or was it both?
No, we wouldn't have done both. That would have been crazy. That's too crazy, man.
I don't know.
We gave away, the Yeezy 350 V2, the black and what is it? There was olive and red and then another one. It was the other one.
The bread?
No, it was the tan. It was brown or tan or something.
Oh, right. I remember. Yeah.
This year we had some dope tables. This was the first year I think the Gold Teeth team came through, doing grills.
Did they
Accessories was it accessories were there for this one? Or
Accessories were there. This is the first one.
Shout out to accessories.
They were there starting up. We had that Microsoft play Xbox.
Yeah.
Little
I used to work at Microsoft at that time.
Yeah, didn't you get them to come? Didn't you get them to come through?
2K. We had 2K.
And shout out to Zilford's Fried Chicken. They were the food truck that parked up. And what was the guy's name? Pat. I think the guy was a big sneakerhead who started this truck at that time. He's since sold it. He doesn't own the business anymore, but Zilford's still around, still makes some dope chicken. So check them out. They were at our third sneaker swap. I'm trying to find, there were 2 tables I want to mention. So let me bring up some pictures. I remember there was, who is it, Albert, who did the Air Max table?
That's the one I was thinking of, yeah.
That was Jordan Dino.
So Jordan Dino, here is...
Jordan Dino 2 is the original Air Max. He's original Air Max fan from Soul Collector.
Yeah.
And
a
Nike
major table right here.
God damn.
Oh, man.
All these some original Air Maxes, tons of 95s, 90s, 98s, 97s, and those stash Air Max 95s
with the signed box. Yeah.
Signed box.
And I even think that Air Max book.
Ones and twos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this is just a fraction of his Air Max collection.
That's how it's done right there.
And this is the thing about the show. Not all your tables are just crap you're trying to get rid of or stuff you're trying to make money on. This was where we have show off tables. People just for the love wanted to come and show off their sneakers.
And these are guys too. Chlorophylls just sitting front row like they're
Urwa Dragon,
Clerks Pack, Foot Patrol, Air Stabs.
Damn. I love that table. That one. What does he have Instagram? This guy?
He's actually from what I'm friends with his sister, and it's he's very low key on on social media.
Because I remember looking for his stuff after and never was able to find.
Yeah, for me to get him out, I had to kind of ask my friend to ask her brother, which is Jordan, and then I also remember some of his nephews are in our group, and they had to convince him to come because he was kind of hesitant to come and show off the table because he didn't really want to it is what it is. Some people just want to be closet collectors and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That table was crazy.
He came out and I was just I was so speechless when I saw it, and I was also very thankful that he showed up with these pairs.
It was wild. It was wild for sure.
The table.
And another table I want to bring up right now is our good pal Kevin, who had a wild table.
The foam site
expert had a pretty serious table. I think his collection is even bigger than this now.
He had a foam posit table every year, did he not? And it was always getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Not every year, but this was one of the first ones where he brought every
bunch of pairs.
And look at them all laced so tight at the top. Perfect. ready to play ball at any time.
I don't get it. I don't get how Kevin can lace it so tight and still slip them off and then slip them back on.
Yeah.
He's got
Just do
skinny
it.
feet, man.
He knows.
Yeah, he's
knows
got
how to
those
do it.
skinny feet, but some really dope pairs in here. I know he's got some new ones since then.
Oh yeah.
Crazy.
That have only added to it, but
I seen that next photo that you brought up though.
that was, I think, Jermaine's specialty.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even want to talk about this. People can just come on and watch the YouTube video. It's an Oregon duck. That's all you got to know. Just show up and watch the video.
1 of 54. This one was crazy. I remember this one knocked some socks off. I had to answer a bunch of questions about this one because people were like, what shoe is this? Ducks team issue? What, like, I don't like, tell me about this. So I told a lot of people about this shoe, and it's lucky enough to get hooked up from the backup quarterback from the 2009 team. Had a pair of 2010s, man, and sure enough, here they are. And I made sure to tell everybody, like, these are all worn. I wear all of these. I wore these, I think, days before this show for the first time, and days after, I'm sure. So all worn, all my shoes would be worn. And yeah, man, this was cool to bring. I remember I just gotten these like a couple months before this show.
Yeah.
Or number 3. So yeah,
You got them pretty recently before.
Yeah, it was a pretty good come up on those. So that was good memory indeed.
Anybody else have any final memories from Sneaker Swap 3 before we move on?
I can't remember any pickups I had, but I think for every year of the show, I always wore 5 pairs of sneakers. But I always made sure that one pair, was always on dead stock that year. But I think the third one, I can't remember if it was this one or the fourth one, I undead stocked my my Yeezys.
I think it was this one.
Was it this?
Yeah,
it was either this or the fourth one. I can't remember, but
3 was big. I remember 3 because there was so many firsts.
That was an event.
There were so many firsts. Like, that's why I keep thinking those Sean's were there, but maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, because every year I always have a theme of my sneakers. Yeah. I think the first year was like up tempos. Second year was kind of like a bunch of Jordans 1 to 5 or something like that, and then the third year might have been some SBs and then the Yeezys because I just wanted to undead stock them that year. Or it could have just been all SBs.
Now we're on year 4, so let me bring up the poster before we get to it.
Shout out to Aaron Lawrence for the poster.
What's it, 2017?
Gatorades.
Yeah.
Gatorade year.
Isn't this 2018?
20.
Because 2019 was the last show.
18.
2018.
Oh, I missed this one then. 18. I remember I was in Miami.
I think you did miss one of the shows.
I was in Miami all June. But
so this is where we had this is what we advertised. Hype shoe giveaway. We didn't know. We don't always know what we're gonna give away until the day of the show. We hunt, we track down, try to get some good shoes for decent prices that we can do some fun giveaways. I think this was the year we did a bunch of dunks. I think I went to like the Source, what is it, where they do their like warehouse sale every year. And they just had a ton of old dunks that was like just sitting. Nobody wanted them. Like the Cali dunk highs, the De La lows, the green De La lows. Nobody wanted them. Nobody wanted them at all.
Was sad.
And they just sat and sat. And I bought like 3 pairs for like, I think they had 3 pairs for $150. And I bought all 3 and I was like, this is gonna be great. We'll give them away. Nobody even really cared. Like those were like the little giveaways that we gave away.
Yeah, those
and
were
nobody
the
even
little
cared.
giveaways.
Nobody even people like won it and they were like, cool, thanks for those De La lows. Those are like $600-$700 now.
I'm pretty sure
on
some guy, one of the guys that won the dunks, put them up for sale on the group page like 2 days later.
Yeah, so somebody got a great deal there. Trying to think, and I'm pretty sure, I'm like 90% sure this was the year we did the Sean Witherspoons.
Yeah, this was the Sean Witherspoon.
The Air Max 97 1. The 197, 97 1. What is it? 97 1. We gave away a pair of those, which was pretty crazy. Even at the time, they were already pretty hyped.
We paid resale for them.
We paid a bit of we got hooked up. Sometimes we get people in the community who want to give us a bit of a deal because they know that we're going to be giving it back to the world. of sneakers in Calgary. So somebody gave us a pretty decent deal. I think they got them from like Source or less, and we hooked them up with a decent price and then gave them away to somebody who was over the moon to get that pair.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think it was a kid that won the pair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was like that young Asian kid. I think he won. I forgot his
Is that
name.
Kirby? Is it Kirby?
That
I remember
it wasn't
Kirby from
Kirby.
the later shows.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't Kirby. Kirby was there
Yeah.
for this one. I remember Kirby more at 5.
Yeah.
We
that's
can
what
get into that a little bit later, but yeah, I know the dudes from Edmonton came down for this one. Eli was obviously in town for this one.
SAS guys were still
SAS
down.
guys were
Fast
still
guys
down.
were here.
Yeah.
Benny was back on the mic doing his thing. Yeah, this was the year.
We had
found the
performances
picture.
too, didn't we?
Oh yeah, like Lyric.
Lyric.
Didn't we have Lyric and Twizzy? That
Yeah,
were-
and
Oh,
Twizzy
yeah, that's right.
performed.
Yeah.
This was the year we have the Sean Witherspoon giveaway. I see the shoe.
Hey, that's
I
the
see
one.
it. It was it.
Number
It was the
4.
one.
Dope.
There was that guy that had the rotating sneaker display.
Oh
Remember
Yeah,
that?
like a magnet in it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember
yeah,
seeing
yeah.
they were so expensive
Yeah.
They were
for one
expensive.
shoe.
For like
For the one shoe, yeah.
$100 for one of them. Yeah.
Super expensive.
Only one shoe is gonna get yellowed.
just like
But
at a
nice
Foot
and
Locker.
even yellow, right?
Yeah.
Just like at a Foot Locker. This was the first year I think that Revolutions came out. Revolutions clothing. So shout out to Brennan. They've been coming every year since. They love our show. I think they're still kicking around. Yeah,
I think
lots of.
this was a show that it was a year that I didn't want to celebrate my birthday, and then Sen told everyone it was my birthday, and I got a sneaker cake that
She
year.
brought a sneaker cake. She brought a sneaker cake.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Jeez.
I got a picture of it right here.
Yeah, I remember I didn't want to celebrate my birthday. And so then she's like, okay, well, you know what? We're going to celebrate it here.
Came with the sneaker cake.
You look
It was
stoked,
tasty, too.
Albert.
You look so-
I was
so
actually
Tasted
happy,
good.
but I was like, I was caught off guard. But that cake was
Yes.
amazing.
At this show, you get so hungry. When I saw that cake, I was in. It's like, yes.
Yo,
Thank
you
you,
get
Sam.
hungry, you get thirsty, especially like when you're talking to people constantly.
yeah.
And I know you
Yeah.
get dry
Yeah.
mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I
I
think I
had
brought
some
like
good
6
tickets.
water bottles that one year, and like it wasn't enough.
Yo,
Like,
but
I was
Yeah.
done in an hour.
We gotta shout out Adam though for all our shows with all the snacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a-
100% Adam.
I have a
100%.
ritual.
post.
I have a ritual every year because I'm always like so stressed doing so many things, getting ready for the show. But the night before, there's not much you can do. Tables are sold. You got your layout locked in. Everything's done. But I still can't sleep. So like 10 o'clock at night, the Friday before every show, I go to Walmart. And it's like always dead. And I just like roll in and I just like roll down the aisles for like an hour, just like buying chips and candy and fruit and muffins and donuts and
Yeah.
All the
Gatorade.
good food.
Oh,
The real
And,
MVP.
and then load it up and then come home and sometimes pass out for a bit. But then then we have snacks for like all the volunteers or everybody who comes to the show, because we couldn't do these shows without all the volunteers we have running the door,
Way.
running some security. Shout out to Ian, who's a
Ian!
security guy sometimes. And yeah, like so we've had tons of great volunteers over the years that help out with our shows.
Was it
Man.
this one that we had some of the, I can't remember, it was like the charity guys that came in as well. I think Albert, I don't know if you,
That was 5. that was
five.
the last
Okay,
one.
that was
Yeah.
five.
Where we
I remember
had
I
the-
gave him a bunch. I gave him
Yeah.
a bunch.
Yeah. Okay, that was 5. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, speaking of sleeping, like I always treated the show like a sneaker release, man. Every year I pull an all-nighter.
Pretty much.
Every
Yeah.
year.
So I
Every
found the kid.
There
Yeah,
he
him.
is.
Yeah.
This kid won those Sean Witherspoons.
Yo, shout outs to
Yo, yo,
Chino
yo.
right there.
Yeah.
Getting a haircut.
You know, getting there. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
there's been some I think this was the show I met my buddy Anson from The Run, one of the founders of The Run. But we met each other because he bought a Legal Hustle shirt or something like that, or a YYC SOLEdiers shirt. I can't remember. But we met each other a year before without anything. It was just like, oh, my name's Albert, my name's Anson, Daps, cool, thanks for supporting. And then like 2 years later, a year later, we end up finding out like I found out he was the guy that runs The Run. And then I ended up looking back at the photo, like, yo, there's a photo of us like shaking hands with each other, like way before we became homies and shit.
Meeting random people.
Small
that turned out to
world.
be friends. This was a year we also got into vintage clothing, and so we had like recycled vintage was there. I don't think Jimmy was there yet. I think Jimmy came in.
Wasn't he part of recycled vintage or something?
No, recycled was another two dudes that run it.
This was a start. This was a start.
This was the start.
Like,
So yeah.
wasn't like weren't these guys like a lot of their first events were our shows, like the vintage guys?
Yeah. Now they have their own shows and they do their own thing.
Yeah. Shouts to those guys. See, it's another group of people that we got to see grow in the community, whether it be in sneakers or not. Like street culture, streetwear, all that kind of stuff is all part of the whole culture.
Yeah. So let's finish. Anything from Sneaker Swap 4?
I had a pretty dope pickup before the show even started. We were still unpacking tables. And Mr. Adam Diesel Power had a pair of 2009 black and red DMP Jordan 1s.
I did.
And he gave them to me for a very good price, with the contingency that I took a poster and a book as well. He's like, you got to take all three. And I'll give them to you for this price.
Oh, yeah.
Unloading stuff.
I have the poster. It's in the frame.
What poster is it?
It's Jordan through the years, or through the decades or something it says. It's just a bunch of, it's like a collage of Jordan in action.
Okay.
I'll send you a picture after,
Okay.
but it's hanging in the, like coming down the stairs to my basement. There was just like a nail there when we moved in, and so I put it there so it was up and out of the way, and I just never moved it. So
Nice.
it's the sign entering the man cave. Yeah, and I still have those black and reds. They're beat to shit. They were well loved when I got them, and I put in.
They were. I think I just got a new pair of the band ones, and so I was looking to unload those old ones, and I'm glad they went to a good home for probably a pretty good price.
$250 for everything. And I was like,
man, you unloaded a lot of stuff that year.
I've unloaded many over the years.
You gave me like a North Carolina Michael Jordan jersey, a book. Yeah, I got a book too.
Everybody gets a book.
He's like,
Everybody
I
gets
gotta like flip
Some
through all the
knowledge.
books and stuff.
Magazines,
It's like,
books.
Like,
It's
I'll
funny
sell you
'cause
these
the
for this
book-
much, but you got to take this and this.
The book is actually in like our like kitchen area where we have like a little bookshelf, but Sen put it because she likes the way it looks. So I see it every day in
What
the
book
kitchen.
is it?
I don't know. There's no name. It just had a sneaker on the front, like a stick drawing of a shoe, and it wasn't like it wasn't like any typical shoe.
All right. Sneaker Swap 4 is over. We've now done 4 shows, and we think it's time that Calgary needs some more shows. So this is the year we do the back to school Sneaker Swap in August. Let's bring up this poster. And this time we switched venues. We collaborated with the Calgary Storm Basketball Center. They had just built a brand new dope space out in the east side of town. That's 2 state-of-the-art basketball courts and a little lobby to hang out in. And we did a show there. The back to school swap. Hopefully it was for like kids to come get some fresh gear, fresh sneakers for going back to school. What do you guys remember about this show?
We had the dunk contest there, right?
Yeah, I remember hollering at a bunch of state guys who just played the night before. They just played a game.
Yeah.
And some of them came to the dunk competition.
That was the winter show. That was the next year, because I was at the one when all the state guys pulled up.
Should I bring up these pictures while we talk?
Yeah, let's bring up the pictures.
All right.
Yeah, I wasn't here for this one. This is the first one.
I also missed this one.
I went off to school for, so it's just you guys on this one. Ooh, didn't know we had those stickers.
Yeah, we had stickers for every show. They have stickers for every show.
Shout out to my homie Gabe for taking some of these amazing photos.
Yeah, some dope photos, dope tables.
Oh, Gabe's another one that I met at the Sneaker Swap first time.
Gabe Yee.
Doesn't know yet.
Gabe Yee.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, Gabe Yee. I
Love
met
Gabe Yee.
Gabe
Shout
through the
out to
sneaker
Gabe.
show too. Yeah,
You are amazing.
an OG in the scene.
Yeah. Hey,
And
who's
this
that?
is
Oh,
the
shit.
beginning of a brand new MC in the YYC SOLEdiers crew. Our own Jermaine JC Cummings.
Hey,
Took the mic.
Free labor.
And we were like, I don't know if he can do it. I don't know what it's gonna be like, but we'll give him a shot. We'll see if it's
Wasn't
okay.
it you and Kevin for this event?
It was supposed to be.
I mean, it was supposed to be. Yeah, Kevin would just walk beside me. I'm like, okay, Kev, what do you say, man? And he'd be like, oh, no. Looking for a response from Kevin, I'd be like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah? And he'd be like, no.
Kevin gets a little gun shy. He gets a little gun shy on the mic, and Jermaine took it, ran with it, and killed
hasn't
it.
put it down
Killed
since.
it.
Killed
Hey,
it.
man.
Yeah, he hasn't put the mic down since.
No, man, I got to be able to talk. It's so fun getting to host these things, getting to walk around the show. And like, as much as I loved bringing like items there and showing them off and talking to people there, man, getting to walk around and talk to everybody throughout the entire time is like an experience that like nothing gets mimicked by, man. So many different types of people from so many different walks of life, all here just kind of converging all around streetwear culture / basketball culture / music culture. Or I guess it's all under the umbrella, man. And it's cool getting to talk to like all these vendors and kids and older people, man, a whole bunch of older people who are just like, it seems like they wandered in and be like, what is all this? So it's cool getting to like talk to them and talk to this person. I remember talking to like just a kid, just real quick, just like shouting out his shoes as I'm walking by. And he came up to me after the show and he's like, thank you so much for mentioning my shoes. The guy said like, he's like welling up. And he was just like off the moon that I even mentioned him and his shoes in passing when I was walking by. Cause honestly, I don't really remember mentioning them at all. But he said, I thanks for shouting out my shoes when I was walking by. Cause like, I'll just do that, man. I'll just be walking through. And if you're wearing some heat, man, I'll just shout it out on the mic right there. And like, that means a lot to people, man. So honestly, that feeling means everything. It's cool to be able to make
dope. It's dope. I just want to give a quick shout out to Andrew from Dapper and Bloke.
Big shout out.
Andrew and his business has been coming to the show since year one, and he has been at every single show. He hooked me up with some of his dope jewelry actually for my wedding that I wore.
Yo, me too.
Yeah, he's good people.
I mean, I bought some and then he was like, yo, take this and this too. And he like hooked me up. So he's always been a big staple in the sneaker and fashion community that we've kind of have here. So shout out to him. Check out his business as well for sure.
These are the kids, yo. We do for the kids.
And here's Jimmy starting out his first curated vintage thing. Now he runs his own events. He's kind of a big staple in the vintage world. And I don't remember his partner's name, but dope dude too. We skimmed through these a little bit. We get to
faces, man.
We did have a dunk competition, but we also had a 3-point competition going on. We had a little kids shootout competition. Andrew Fung came back in town just to kiss some babies, shake some hands. You know how he does. Barbers, everything. Some kids with some heat. Yeah, here's kids and girls taking some shots, winning some sneakers. Yeah, we did lots of giveaways for the kids that year, or that event, I guess. Let's get to that. There's the squad.
Hey.
Most of the squad. A few people
got the
missing.
wrong photo though. Yeah. I remember I photoshopped Kevin's shirt.
Yeah,
to say
Photoshop. It's like, come on, man, you gotta wear that shirt. Andrew signing some stuff. Let's get to that. There we go. 3-point competition. Where's the dunk competition at? Trying to get there. There we go.
Oh, yeah, was that
so
Omar?
We had Omar Kicksessories from Saskatoon. He joined the dunk competition. He was jamming in some off-white hyper dunks. Then a bunch of Sate dudes. They all Sate dudes. One kid was in high school.
Yeah, not all of them.
There's a couple kids, I think, from CSB that were just dunking.
Yeah, so we had, because we're at a basketball center.
Yeah.
All the kids were coming, jamming. So we had a really fun There we go. There's some action shots.
Hey,
Dunk
Hey,
competition.
That's a poster right there, man.
Yeah. Ooh, there we go. There we go.
Hey,
That was fun. That's the thing.
yo, this is a kid from high school. This guy was only 15
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah, he was like 15.
Jesus.
Look at that kid's face.
So good. So good. So I can't remember who won.
Everybody.
Everybody wins.
Everybody
Everybody wins. Doesn't matter. Dope day at the CSB Center
yeah, man,
doing the
Mom got
first
missed out.
back to school. Yeah.
And then we had
Yeah, and then let's move
The
on
win-
to the holiday, the first holiday swap. Let me see where. Do I have a poster? Yeah, I got a poster for this one. So we did our first holiday sneaker swap. So this happens in early
Santa came.
December. Sneaker Santa was set to make an appearance at this event. So this was the holiday edition, which was also at the CSB Basketball Center. I remember one major thing about that event. I don't know if Jermaine wants to retell it a little bit more, but about the Sneaker Santa showing up.
Oh man, I'm lost right now.
About Sneaker Santa showing up. What happened with Sneaker Santa?
Oh, he showed up, man. He showed up and he gave some gifts out.
Yeah.
Like he did, man.
Who was Sneaker Santa?
I don't know. I don't know who Sneaker Santa was, but he was there
No, he
regardless.
just showed up.
He was
I
there.
see stepping through the show and
Our giveaways were slightly
Prime
different
timing.
this show. We set up like a Christmas tree with all sneakers on the thing, and then Sneaker Santa came out and put all the presents underneath the tree, and then we drew winners just like we always do at our shows, and the winners would have to choose a shoe off the tree, and whatever shoe they picked had a number in it, and that corresponded to a prize. We had tons of dope prizes. I can't remember. We had some clothes. We had a bunch of kids sneakers, like baby sneakers that were dope.
I think
But
we did the Halloween Air Force.
the
Is
two
it
big
the
giveaways were
skeleton Air
the
Force
skeleton
ones?
Air Force ones, the white ones, the first ones, and then also the ugly Christmas sweater Dunk SB was the big giveaway for that show.
Yep.
Which back then was pretty cool, but now it's like people are
Jesus.
way more into dunks.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't do a dunk competition on this one, did we?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
we
did.
did. We did do a
Yeah,
dunk.
yeah.
I'm just watching the video right now. There was some jamming too.
I'm trying to
Yeah.
find a photo of. I guess we didn't have a photographer.
We didn't
for
have a
this one.
photographer for this one,
But we
unfortunately.
didn't have any photos of Sneaker Santa.
But we have. Oh, I got
There's a
some
clip.
video. I'll bring
Yeah,
the
there's a
video
clip.
up.
I'm clip.
So we got Lyric performing.
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, he
Um,
performed at that. Yeah.
And shout out to our DJs. We haven't given
yeah.
a shout out to our DJs. We've had different DJs a couple of the years, but almost every, I'd say like we've had 8 shows, 6 of the shows had to have been done by this same DJ duo, DJ Walmartian and DJ Melaqua, 2 dope DJs that have been just curating music, making music, been involved in the hip hop scene for many years. And they humbly come and do our shows, and we love having them there every year. They spin vinyl. They don't do any of that
No. there's no
MP3 FLAC files.
No.
They go straight vinyl. They do old school.
Toronto.
Yeah, whatever they can.
They were legit, man. They were legit. I know Sneaker Santa had some like deep Christmas cuts requested for his
Yeah.
entrance music, and
They
they
had
had
'em.
that shit on vinyl.
They had them.
Yeah.
And it was perfect.
So
It was
here
perfect.
is Lyric or Eddie Pesos, who does our theme. I guess not our theme music. We used one of his songs for our theme music for this show. He has offered to let us use it, so that was dope. But he performed at this show, and not only him, but Sneaker Santa made an appearance,
Oh, shit.
pulling the tickets, giving away gifts
Oh, man.
to all the good little
Yes.
sneaker boys and girls.
Yes.
What a show!
No doubt, man. No doubt.
So-
I need to
It's Adam with short hair, man.
Yeah, I used to have short hair.
Yeah. He's rocking the
Yeah,
That
so
was a fun show.
Yeah,
That was.
we
That
need to get that up
So,
on the YouTube page.
It's up on the
Andrew-
YouTube.
Is it on there? Okay,
It's there.
cool.
It's there.
Andrew
Get on
Fung was
IG.
there for that one.
AP.
Remember, I picked up a kimchi legal hustle shirt.
Hey.
Yep.
Yeah. That was a fun show.
Damn, was Andrew Fung at both the CSB shows?
He must have been, yeah. Just
Yeah, I guess, right?
fluke,
Yeah.
just fluked out that he was in
Yeah.
town for both of them. So it was good to see him. Then we've got Sneaker Swap 5. I was gonna say 6.
The last
5. Let
Sneaker
me
Swap.
bring up that picture here.
Hey.
All right, let's share that screen. There it is. Sneaker Swap 5 comes out. This is the year of the grape. This is the year of the Jordan 5. And I remember the giveaway was a pair of those Fresh Prince Jordan 5s.
Yeah.
I think we also did one year we did like all that Space Jam giveaway.
Yeah, I was about to say there was a
We
show
forgot
that I don't know if we have any video of that because we looked for that, no video or pictures of it.
No video.
Man,
of it.
I
Blew it.
forgot it. I forgot
Blew
about
it.
that.
That was when Blade and them rolled through. That was
Yeah.
in 8604.
Oh,
yeah.
Wasn't that wasn't that 5 then?
Was
That was 5.
That was 5, but we wouldn't have done Space Jams. We would have done Space Jams in 3.
No, we would have because those Space Jams were at the outlet. Those are the
No.
kids Space Jams. weren't
No,
they?
we gave away men's. We gave away full pop men's Space Jams and Toon Squad jerseys.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
It's all
Forgot.
Blade.
Yo, I forgot.
Yeah,
I
straight
forgot.
up.
And I think that was the year, it might have been 4 when we had the basketball thing and we gave away those MJ jerseys, those Nike MJ jerseys.
Yeah.
So we had lots of giveaways. 5 was the Fresh Prince 5s. We gave away those SBs, the Jordan 1 SB, the New York to Paris. And thanks to Les, we gave away those Fear of God raids.
Which were also a surprise that.
Yeah,
They,
like last minute they hooked us up.
Gave away a pair of GS Flu Game 12s as well that my girl won.
Oh, was that
Oh,
5?
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think that
man.
was 5. Yeah.
Man.
Lots
Yeah.
of giveaways.
I'm just looking at all the logos of all the vendors that we had. The Come Up. So shout out to Tony at the Come Up. He had been coming to our show
Edmonton.
for a couple years. He's from Edmonton, and he now has a shop. He has his own shop called the Come Up in the YEG. So check out him next time you're up there.
Right on White Ave, yeah.
Who else do we have? 5604. That was Blade Hearts brand. Recycle Vintage, like new. That's Jimmy. Lex was there. Falsey.
Thanks.
I don't know who that is. Some dude. Falsey Customs. Some
Never
guy.
heard of it. Never heard of
Recycle
it.
Vintage. Yeah, lots of dope brands. A lot more vintage this year. Vintage was definitely on the up and up, and we had a lot of vintage retailers and consigners at this show. I remember.
I remember being not too thrilled with that in the moment because I didn't feel it was doing the vintage game well. I thought a lot of stuff that was coming at that show was like, okay, there's a difference between like dope vintage stuff and just like an old piece of clothing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like there's a fine line, but there is a line. There is a line there. So I felt like kind of got watered down, but I felt like who knows where we're gonna be when we open up again. I think like vintage has been like kind of reformed over the last year. So we'll see if like that kind of turns to some better pieces getting to the show.
Yeah, 100%.
I do. I gotta say this. We also did that cross arm pop up before
Mm.
this show.
Yeah.
So we had that.
How about that?
We'll talk about that on another show, maybe.
Yeah.
Leave it
Yeah.
the sneaker swap shows. So that was, I guess, our last
Last one.
not our last event, because we did a holiday sneaker swap 2, November 16th, 2019, before the vid hit.
Yo, Carter's first sneaker show.
First sneaker show. So this was the holiday sneaker swap. A little bit of Home Alone inspiration on this one. This was a dope holiday show. We were kind of just getting getting started with holiday shows, doing one the first year, getting people used to going to shows in November. It's tough because November, you never know. It could be a blizzard out. It's tough to come out to shows, but we had a dope show this year. I remember we gave away the black skeleton Air Force Ones.
Yep.
And then what else? We had some other stuff.
The Toronto Raptors Jordan 4s.
Yeah, that was because that just came out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
That had just come out.
Yeah.
And we had given that away. So yeah, another dope show. I don't have any pictures of that show, unfortunately. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't think we had a photographer. I'm like looking through our Instagram and stuff to see if anything.
We blew it on some of these. But yeah, I think we were expecting to do a big Sneaker Swap 6. We had it all planned. We had the venue booked. We had tickets just went on sale early March. Albert and I were asked to go and talk about YYC SOLEdiers in front of a bunch of students at SAIT. And we did that would have been the May 20th weekend. And just after that weekend, everything shut down and the world, or March 20th weekend, and the world went dead. And that was, all the kids were asking us, like, what do you think? Do you think this COVID thing's gonna affect?
Yeah, that was like,
Sneaker Swaps? And we were like, no way.
No.
That's like 2 months from now. We're totally gonna be fine.
That was the biggest question that we got from all these students was,
Yeah.
so what are you guys gonna do about coronavirus or COVID-19? And we're like,
Don't worry.
touch us, like.
So this was our promo that was gonna be
That's
Sneaker
sick.
Swap 6 championship 6th year. On that trading card. Who knew trading cards? We should have made trading cards of this.
That was actually a plan. I think we were gonna do some hard
Yeah,
copies of.
We were gonna
trading
print some
cards,
trading cards.
but maybe I'll just make a whole bunch of them and
We should print like 100 and make one like a super rare one and then like
Like
sell
a
them all for.
graphic.
Like a
Yeah.
hollow one.
Yeah.
I am down.
I only want it if I can get a Top Shot version.
Yeah, we'll do NFTs.
I pulled this up though. This is our Christmas photo, our Christmas event. You guys can see that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there's the Christmas
Crazy.
event.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a little glare on there, but yeah, that's the only photo I got. I was not alive at that event, guys.
You were toast. Albert
That
just
was
had
when,
Baby.
yeah,
a baby,
Oh, yeah.
and it
I was just
changed.
going with the flow. You guys told me what to do, and I just did it.
we were rocking it. It was a fun show, but I think we were kind of like banking on doing our big show. Like, no, May is our big show. November is our kind of wind down, like sort of like a sponsor appreciation, attendee appreciation show for like a winter show, get your Christmas gift kind of thing. But now we haven't done a show in coming up on 2 years.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Crazy. We're very hopeful that November will clean up and we'll be ready to do a show back at the Chinese Cultural Center.
For sure.
What do you guys think? Are you looking forward to going back?
Oh, yeah,
Awesome
can't
so
wait.
much.
Can't
Oh.
wait.
So ready to get back into putting an event together for you guys and linking up with our team and putting all this stuff together and just getting back with the community, man. Because again, we do this for the kids and we do for everyone. And like, this is a family event. That's what everyone has to realize. It's not just a sneaker event. It's a family event where either parents are teaching their kids about some stuff or their kids are teaching the parents. Like, there's always something to learn at our sneaker events.
I'm 50-50 if it's going to be good or bad, but I'm excited to see how much the local sneaker game has changed in the last 2 years.
It'll be different. Yeah.
Just because
Oh, yeah.
everything's online, everyone went totally online for 2 years.
Mhm.
Everyone and their dog became a sneaker reseller. Every single drop sells out. That didn't happen before. Like, you can maybe say it was quarantine. You can maybe say it was the last dance, multiple different things like that were happening. StockX being in the news, getting valuated super high, definitely brought more eyes to the sneaker reselling world. So I'm super interested to see what the YYC and local scene is going to look like after 2 years of incubation, I guess.
Yeah.
is a good
doubt.
word to use.
No doubt.
100%.
Not to mention, we've got 2 years of ammo to unleash on everybody, man. Like we're bringing 2 years of
Yeah.
ideas, 2 years of feeling, 2 years of kind of passion that we're going to
Yeah.
put out.
2 years
So-
of giveaways. 2 years
Hey,
of
that's
giveaways.
Don't sell it too much.
Hype shoe giveaway.
Hype shoe
Hype shoe
giveaways.
giveaways.
Yeah.
No,
Giveaway.
for sure though. No, I think it'll be different on both sets. It'll be like the clientele will be different, and also the way that we're just kind of presenting. I think it'll be much different as well. So
Look at this guy.
Hey, I know that guy.
Look who it is.
This baby Eli,
Baby Eli.
the first show.
But you know what though?
The
For
first
this
show.
event, like whatever happens. But for me, and I know for you guys too, we are super, super grateful for everyone that's come to attend our event. I do want to give a quick shout out to a lot of people that helped us out over the years. One of my good friends, rest in peace, Calvin Lee, who is one of the original YYC Soldiers Facebook group members or admins. Devin Lavelle, Andrew Fung, you guys, Andrew Joaquin, we had Kevin, we had AJ, we had Steve. Who am I missing? Am I missing anyone else?
dangerous game when you start naming names, man.
Yeah, you can't name all the
Yeah, you
names.
can't
No, I
name
think-
names.
I
You
think-
forget somebody,
I think-
bro.
I
All
think
the
that was
wives and girlfriends and partners that ran the front door.
There's someone right now who's like, I can't believe he's not saying
Yeah.
my name right now.
Can't-
But-
All the volunteers.
But all
Yeah, everybody.
everybody, like to kind of go back and reflect back on the 8 shows in the last 6 years of us doing this, and then next year is going to be our 10-year anniversary with the Facebook group, and like it's freaking crazy. 10 years we've been doing this for a long time now. I guess that's crazy to see how things have changed and to see where it's going with the sneaker swaps and to see what it's going to be like when we get back into doing these shows again. But for me, I'm ready to get back in there. Carter's walking and running already. He's been wearing
he's gonna
sneakers.
He'll be all over the-
I can't,
all
I
over
can't
the
wait for
venue.
him to start rocking some stuff, running around the venue, and me yelling, going, "Hey, come on!"
Yeah, it'll be good. So yeah, great memories from those 8 shows, those 5-6 years of events. And we look forward to many more when we could get back to seeing everyone in person. So thanks for listening to the podcast. Thanks for coming to our events. If you've never come to an event, you just found us in this last year, you just got into sneakers, come up and hit up the events. These are where it is about buying, selling, trading, but it's about meeting people and it's about talking. And I'd rather spend way more time just chatting and like shooting the shit with people, talking about sneakers, talking about their love for sneakers than trying to haggle over prices. I'd rather give that up for the day of the show. I know some people come just for that. That's totally cool. But we're all here to not just buy and sell, and not to say, I don't need to out it too much here, but like, we don't do this for the money. We don't run these shows for the money. We don't make very much, if anything, from running these shows. We do it for the love. And it's all about bringing the community together and chatting with people about sneakers.
Preach, man. Preach. It's a feeling. It's an experience, man. And that's what we're here to teach a new generation and an older generation that may have just had a blind spot in regards to this culture that is so huge now. So come and share, whether that be actual physical items or stories, anything. Just come, share, be part of this community that regardless of where you are around here, you're a part of. Come show love.
Dope. I think that's it for this week. I think we talked a lot about the sneaker swaps. We're looking forward to a new one, but we can't get out of here without doing a hot take. And I got 2 this week. So why don't we bring them up? We'll do a little bit of jabbering about these 2 topics. So the first one, I actually got an ad for this on Facebook or something. And I clicked on it because I was like, what the hell is this? So it got a brand. It's called Aero.
Oh my god!
And I saw this come up, and it's like, you just made a fake Yeezy with an off-white tag.
Oh man,
It's just everything.
I was getting these too. That's so funny.
Yo, can we order a pair of these through YYC Soldiers
Do it as a giveaway for the next one.
Yeah, we'll do a giveaway. Ooh, look at that gold one. That's
60.
nice.
This is a hype. This is the hype. The hype.
So
sheet giveaway, guys.
I
They're on
was
sale.
advertised this. They're on sale. I was advertised this. Oh, Jermaine, they only come size 11.
Damn.
But I obviously
Easy
dug in
big.
a little bit deeper, and I found that they have a whole line of shoes.
Oh, performance.
wow.
And there's
Phantom
so
Bees.
there's so many. Just watch me scroll.
Oh
There's
my
so
God.
What if
many.
plot
X8?
twist? We find out that Kanye has been ripping his designs off from Aero. This
Yeah,
whole
what if
time.
Aero started the whole thing?
Wow.
That's just page
Into that.
one. That's just page one
There's 3 pages.
There's 3
men
pages.
and women.
Wow.
of these.
Yo.
Oh, they put in work. They put in work.
Did they?
Can we
Look at the
Did
garment.
Yo,
they
let
put
us
in
know.
work?
T40s.
Let us know in the comments if we should order one pair of these.
Which pair do we order?
Yeah,
What
which
about these
pair?
Look at those
Shock
X6s, man.
X6s,
Yeah.
Yo,
those X6s.
I will sacrifice my knees for a basketball game.
Look at these X3s. Those are
Give
wild.
us a review on these.
Damn.
Yeah,
I will-
just
yo,
took the
I will-
Oh, we
4T
got an
to a
Air
new level.
Humara.
I will do a
69 bucks
review
for
if
them
you
all.
guys-
Nice.
If
Yeah.
you guys need a review, I will do the review.
Ooh, I like fashion sport.
Well, there's
on
that
this.
No, I like the
yellow,
that canary. The canary.
Oh,
the
yeah.
yellow
Ones.
colorway we're
The
talking
dabs.
about.
Ooh, look at that.
They're the dabs, yo. The
Oh, the
dabs.
zipper
Oh, and they're
and a
only
buckle.
59. Let's go.
Oh, damn. What a steal.
Oh my God. Look at the
Socks?
Evo ones. Those look familiar.
Yeah, evil ones. Wild stuff.
Oh shit.
So hit up the Aero
Breathable
if
quick
you
dry
want.
sports tee.
If you want to get your
Aero.co.
if you're like, I kind of want an off-white sneaker and I kind of want a Yeezy, but you don't know which one to get, just get this.
The U60.
Just get the
U60.
U60. How come I can't scroll up on this?
Yo, use promo
Where'd that
code
picture
YYC SOLEdiers to get free shipping.
Yeah.
Free shipping.
Use promo
Free
code.
shipping.
It might not
Yo,
do
we
anything, but just use it. Just use
No,
that
it
promo
will. It will.
code.
Give you free shipping.
we need some royalties off this.
Oh,
Yeah, we need
man.
royalties.
That's why you got to put it.
Wild.
Hashtag YYC SOLEdiers.
Wild stuff.
Hashtag ad. This isn't actually a hot take. This is us. This is actually our shoot.
That's pandering.
is-
Yeah,
this
let's
is
talk to
an
Eero here.
Look at
been
this.
2 years since we've done a
Nikovo
show.
from Siena. Bergaderna Siena just bought a pair.
Yo, I honestly this could.
Don't
I,
you want to be Nicolo?
I
Yeah,
feel like
take
this
another
is like
Nico, right?
sold. They sell this a lot in Europe. I feel like it's a shoe that's sold a lot in Europe.
No.
No, man.
I don't think this shoe is sold anywhere.
No.
I don't think
Bro,
anybody is
there's-
buying this.
Look at the Instagram post. Look at the Instagram post.
Oh, Nicolo just bought another pair.
Nicolo's going off.
Bought 2 pairs. Recently bought 2 pairs.
Yo, buy what you like and wear what you.
2 hours ago.
Wow.
I mean, if you want these and you're gonna rock them, do your
Alright,
thing.
do you?
Do
Buy what
your
you like
thing.
and wear what you
What's
buy.
this picture about? Oh, how to choose your foot length. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Oh,
All right, let's do
Okay.
the other. Ooh, this dude from Hungary just bought one. Nice.
I'm telling you, Europe, man.
These are all fake. You know these are
Yeah.
fake. I don't know what you're thinking. These are all made up. All right, let's do the other hot take. I saw this on Instagram as well. It's a sports bar in Miami.
Oh,
It's
yes.
called
Oh,
Grails.
I'm after this place, bro. I'm
It's
after.
called
I'm
Grails.
ready to go.
Is the sound? Hold on. I'm gonna reshare this. Just make sure I got the sound. All right. We can play this video quick.
Here's a place where your cocktail is served in a sneaker. Grails is located in Miami. This sneaker-themed sport bar is such a vibe. They have live music and will play all your games. And yes, if you buy a drink in the sneaker, you get to keep it for yourself. I ended up getting the Satisfy Your Soul inside of mine, and it was delicious. Peach Go Sour was also a really good drink. Comment other cool bars I can check out, and make sure to follow and like for more.
I wish they were serving them in game worn sneakers.
Yeah, you want game worn sneakers?
Yeah.
I want that sour flavor. Yo.
So
What is
I mean-
that
I mean,
made
it's-
out of?
it's ceramic.
Ceramic.
Ceramic?
So it's like a cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing
I
that
mean,
kind
I'm
of
not gonna lie.
sucks.
If I were down there, I'd check that out.
Yeah, I would go- I would
$40
definitely-
Why not,
for a
right?
drink,
100%.
but
What do you think? How much they charging for this?
Oh, that's
man.
probably like $40.
Yeah.
Bro, they're on the beach
60
too.
bucks.
Grails
Yeah.
on the beach.
60
bucks.
So,
Miami Beach,
so
so-
like,
That's a $60.
they're taxing. They're taxing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot,
Actually,
but
it might be over 100 actually.
it
Yeah, you
could
get
be.
to, didn't they say you
they're
get to keep it
playing
after?
stock
You get to keep it.
prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's definitely over 100.
It's the beach
Yo,
though, so
but
you can haggle.
Are they? It's on DS though. It's on DS when the water
It's on
goes in.
DS though,
It's
yeah.
alcohol.
but pretty dope. I kind of dig
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
It's a fun little
Definitely
thing.
interesting.
Gimmick,
The thing
yeah.
that sucks is that it's only the one shoe. I kind of wish they had like a bunch of different shoes,
Oh,
but
Yeah.
logistically, probably they can only make the one.
100%.
And it's probably cheap. Yeah, cheaper.
These ones look smaller, hey? These are like, because if these are lime wedges, these are like tiny shot ones.
Massive.
Compared to like compared to that one's way bigger.
That's hilarious, dude.
They got a bunch.
I like it, man. It's cool.
Yeah,
It's cool.
It's interesting.
And you know what? It works with Miami.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
It's a Miami vibe.
Straight up, man. Straight up.
Well, that's it. Those are the hot takes. I guess one good, one bad. The sneaker cocktail was pretty bad.
Yeah, man.
Sneaker cocktail was bad.
Don't talk to Arrow.
Oh, the sneaker
cocktail was bad because the price is too high.
Arrow was good.
Arrow was good. You can get an Arrow sneaker for less than that drink, probably. So
and they have the same amount of technology in them.
Yeah,
so.
who's the real winner? Who's the real winner there? I don't know. Well, that's it.
Oh, boy.
Sign off for today. With that, thanks for listening to us chat and recap about all the sneaker swap events that we've had in the past, and looking forward to new ones once this crazy world opens up.
Hell yeah.
Come back next week. We're gonna be back online doing the Jordan 12. What's everyone's first Jordan 12? Do you remember?
Never
Playoffs.
forget. Yes. Not mine. Flu Games in 2003. Mike Mazurkiewicz, Foot Locker, Chinook.
I remember my first one.
Mine were Lowe's.
Oh, he's also from Mike Mazurkiewicz.
Taxi Lowe's, 2004.
Oh, I stand corrected. Were those from Mike? Because I was thinking the pink ones. Oh, they were. Okay, so I was right.
They were from working at Foot Locker. Pink ones were a close second, I think.
Yeah, those are from Mike.
Right after. Not my first.
I'm clapping around in those.
I think mine were either the flu games or the public schools, one or the other. I just can't remember which one came first.
Great public school?
Yeah, the gray ones.
Oh,
Eli, what you got?
Yeah.
No 12s.
No Jordan 12s.
That eBay watch list about to grow.
Yeah, it's about to grow once we do 12 next
That's going to be
week.
my biggest issue with the no comp June. Is every week having to watch my watch
telling
list
you, man.
get that much longer.
You shouldn't have told us.
Yeah.
Here's your offer. I'm like, damn it.
It's going to grow.
Yeah, man. YYC soldiers.
Yeah. So thanks for listening to us or watching us. You can find us on YouTube every week, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, We Talk Podcast. What's the other ones? Google Podcast, all the things. Find us on there. Hit us up on YouTube. Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook. Do you like the Jordan 12s? Do you want to come chat about that next week? Let us know. We'd love to have a guest on that really likes the Jordan 12 or a 13 or 14 or whatever you've got. We're going to be doing those ones in the coming weeks. So stay tuned and hit us up if you want to join the show. With that, time to roll. I'm just going to do it this week. Buy what you like. Did you want to join me?
I'll let you take it.
Wear what you buy.
All right. I'll sign it off this week. Buy what you like, but wear what you buy. I'll add Jermaine's tagline. But never return that shit.
Never, ever return that shit.
Buy now, regret later.
Tell me how deep can you dig? Tell me how far can you kiss? How high can you jump? Tell me do you do a lot of drugs? Tell me do you sip a lot of bub? How far